Hey, everybody, and welcome to the show that has a supreme raging hate boner for daylight savings and all things time switching, springing forward, falling back, and screwing me up. I hate it.
Yes, it's a bit annoying, a bit frustrating. Like I was saying to Dick yesterday, I posted the show for midnight today, and of course the clocks went back, and then YouTube decided to readjust. Okay.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Yeah, we're here, and we've got beer. Well, I do.
Yeah.
So, time switching. I'm in North America, so I don't think it happens for us for another like 2 weeks or something. There's this stupid thing, and like it's bad enough that we have to screw everybody over with this, oh no, I'm waking up earlier and blah blah crap. But why can't we all at least do it at the same time?
Because it's on a subscription service.
Yeah. Yeah. Drives me nuts, because every year what happens is that either I forget that the time changed for the UK because it hasn't for me yet, and I post the show, and then Dunk goes, "Oh, are we going early or something?" And or he posts the show, and I'm like, "Oh, what? Did you screw this thing around or something?" It's just ridiculous,
Yeah, then it takes us another week after that to get ourselves back to normal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's totally unnecessary. Let's think about it for a second. Cars have headlights, scooters have flashy things or something that's probably, a headlight, and tractors have headlights, and there's no need of this garbage. Just pick one.
I wonder what you were going with there. What the headlights got to fucking do? You're going to start talking about light speed or something?
Yeah, no, because, the whole switching of time has something to do with, daylight savings, right?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so, you do get that kind of like daylight saving thing, but it doesn't last for long. After a month, it's just as pitch black at the same time in the morning anyway,
Yeah.
You don't really save anything for too long.
Exactly. It's about as effective as hunting lions with your bare hands.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, we should be shifting the time all the time, not just like twice a year. Just be a constant thing. Just
every month we give it a little nudge.
Yeah.
Which would be even worse.
Every month, it would just be just sort the clocks out.
No, and
change how clocks work.
That would work fine for most of us, but poor Grandma Kettle that doesn't have a cell phone and still uses the clock on her stove or whatever, or the one hanging on the wall, would just not know what's going on in the world,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we with centuries, millennia, from the birth of mankind, we were using a brilliant clock.
Yeah,
it was always right. We never had to nudge it forward or backwards because it was always correct. It's just called the fucking sun.
Yeah, you can even set your dial by it. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Maybe
we should just digitize the sun. Get rid of that analog system and have a new digital sun.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. One that doesn't set, it just kind of gets too far away. One that has lazy photons that just decide when enough is enough.
Yeah.
Flat Earth jokes, if you're not following here. There is that one animation where the sun is revolving around that pizza flat Earth, and it just leaves this cone of light like a flashlight, except the sun's a ball, not a circular disc beaming down. And so you have to come to the conclusion that photons just decide that enough's enough, and they're just not going to go any further. Yes. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, especially when you have to massage the geometry of the how the sunlight hits the globe onto a flat plane, and you have to go, well, it gets a bit wobbly over here a little bit, and then how does the light manage to do that exactly?
Yeah. Yeah, or magically you have to take Antarctica and turn it into more like the ring around a tub of somebody who doesn't clean up well enough. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Always
Well,
funny though.
the flat earthers found this fascinating way to explain why the sun, how the light hits the land in its particular way by using a glass hemisphere over the top of their map and then shining a light into it, not realizing the fact, well, it's the change in refraction that's causing that. And
Yeah.
our atmosphere is not glass. I've
Yeah.
noticed it would be quite tricky to breathe and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Could you imagine having like just like movement would just be everybody would have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger and we'd all have to drive Lamborghinis just to get anywhere, younger Arnold Schwarzenegger, not,
Ah.
not the governor and after. I always thought it was funny with Schwarzenegger. He's all Mr. Health, Mr. Health, Mr. Health, but he is a cigar smoker in real life. That's why he's always smoking them in the movies. And I always thought that was an interesting contradiction.
Yeah, a little bit of a vice is all right, I suppose. I suppose if you're like really, really super healthy, then if you're doing having a cigar, then you go, well, yeah, okay, I've earned it.
Yeah.
The problem is there's people like us who do smoke and drink and don't do the exercising bit on the side,
Oh.
So yeah,
I got some exercise today. I took out the garbage and a couple things like that.
Yeah, you do send it over to Korea.
Yeah.
On a balloon.
Yeah. No, I hooked it up to a balloon, but it went south. We'll just leave it at that.
Going straight into Washington State. Right, this is the moment.
So let's see here. Halloween's coming up. Are you guys doing anything your way Halloween?
Switching the lights off, locking the doors, and pretending we're not in.
Yeah,
like we normally do.
Yeah, I'm waiting to find out if I've got my son around or if he's taken off with mom or grandma or anything. I have no idea, and so I don't know what the deal's going to be. But that's a 42 show night, so we should probably turn it into more of a Halloween thing and then do an after show or something and just make it a
It's interesting with Halloween because North America really love Halloween. They
where it's cold and rainy every year.
Yeah, but they pull out all the stops, decorate the houses up, and inside out, loads and loads of decorations, and and obviously you got the trick and treating. Becomes a massive part of it where at night all the pedos can walk around in outfits and chase after the little children.
It's not the 70s anymore, man. That's for sure.
But we kind of, we used to we're never really bothered about it in the UK very much. And then, all the kids wanted to do the trick or treating. They've seen it on American TV where the kids get around and, annoy the neighbors and get candy. Ooh, that's a new one. Let's do that. And it kind of caught on a bit. Just a little bit, but not quite enough, where not everybody is quite so enticing as far as knocking on their doors.
There's, and it's funny too, in North America, you can clearly tell if somebody turns out the lights, they're not interested. Don't bother, right? You can totally tell.
Yeah. You just go by the front yard. If there's a pumpkin out, okay, they're up for it. But if there's just nothing there,
there's no
and
point.
A big fuck off sign on the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If there's
a
guillotine without a dummy lost its head already, the guillotine could be for you ringing the doorbell, right? So
we do have a problem though. With people, that people look at the house and go, "Oh, look, they've dressed it up like a haunted house and it's covered in cobwebs. Oh, they must be into Halloween." No, that's the state of the house.
Yeah, they're just shitty renters. There is that. That's for damn sure. That's funny.
Yeah, and the corpse that's buried in the half buried in the garden. That's just another story. Don't think that's a decoration.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I might do a little candy handing out with Felix. I might not be. I don't even know. I'll know in a day or two, I figure. I'll have just enough time to, put a few things up. What we do is we get our projector out and I back project onto a big bed sheet that I put up so that it can be seen. And then everybody knows to come on over. And I put up like a spooky thing and stuff with, some whoa sounds and all that crap.
Yeah, put all the alien films up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, when it's early and the younger kids are out, I put up Charlie Brown, the Halloween special, right? But then when it's a little bit more dark and it's the older kids. But speaking of Halloween, yeah. But what's becoming a bit popular in at least my area, and I think it's probably all over, is you don't trick or treat anymore. You trunk or treat.
What's that?
That's where a whole whack of adults get their kids, get them in the car, and they all go to a shopping mall, pull into the parking lot, and you do your trick or treating there where all the parents can see what's going on.
Yes, I heard about this.
Yeah.
I think you told me about it before.
I understand this whole thing, right? And I get that modern day isn't quite like it was like in 1976 when I was 6 years old. I literally just went trick-or-treating with my friends and my parents stayed home to give out candy to other kids, right? You're not quite going to do that anymore. But are we maybe taking it just one step too far? Like, is this also a little bit of laziness and just get it over with? Instead of taking your kids out for an hour and a half of trick-or-treating, you just go and hang out at the mall for 30 minutes and get it done quicker? I'm not, I just don't think that it discourages dressing up the house and all that stuff. And that's just not as fun, I don't think,
No, I don't know what I feel about that. I mean, it is just basically like free shopping. Just take your kids, get free candy. And, that gets expensive.
Right. And I mean, if you've got like an apartment building full of people, trunk or treating kind of makes sense, because what happens is the apartment kids just get the parents to drive them somewhere where there's houses to go trick or treating, and all the parents get out of it, right? They don't have to buy anything.
Yeah, I mean, don't you get trick or treaters like just go to different neighborhoods so they know there's going to be good pickings?
That's what we always did as kids. We went to the richer neighborhoods where we figured we'd get 2 or 3 things instead of one. Always.
Yeah.
Always. I remember when I was like 7 years old, one of the bigger kids tried to steal my bag of candy. And my buddies and I literally kicked his butt, man. It was hilarious. Yeah, it was
good luck with that, mate.
Yeah. Not happening, Sounds funny though. But yeah, and I it's one of those things, like, I get the, safer, better, everything trunk or treating thing, but the experiences I had running around from house to house, not even just as a kid, but doing it with Felix as well, was just, I thought better. But maybe the kids like it where they're like, because all the kids like to talk and see each other's things and go, oh, wow, blah, blah, and whatnot. Maybe they get more of that in trunk or treating. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I wouldn't doubt that if it starts to take off and trunk or treating becomes a thing, soon the malls and whatnot, the parking lot owners will catch on. And no, don't bring your own candy. We supply it now, but we charge you $25 entry or something, right, Karen? There's no way, right? Yeah. Or
there's not many malls left now, is there? They're all closed down.
Well, in smaller town Canada, there still is, but. And I mean, it's weird. The mall in my town, every time you walk in there, you look around and it's not many people. I don't understand how the stores even stay open.
Yeah, it's a ghost town, which is just kind of ironic, really, because maybe maybe they should do that inside the mall. It's all spooky.
Yeah.
Walk around the abandoned stores.
Every mall I know opens early for a group of like elderly who use the mall for jogging, and they just kind of, do that shuffle around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They all do it up here. I bet they charge them for it too. But yeah.
Strange.
Well, a couple of shout outs we can do. John Toth, just enough in brackets there. That's cool. Welcome to Shill Apprentice, new member. So huge thanks there, John. And then we had Petra Olson come in as well with the quit smoking to support Ukraine fundraising donation of 129 Swedish krona with love to Ukraine. See, I put it down, but I was. But I was having the pain medication one. It's a little different. But hey, thanks, Petra. Thank you very much. I always point it out now to make fun of myself, right? Well,
you don't need to do that. That's our job.
Yeah. Do it well too. I'll give you that. Yeah. When I said to my son today, I said, "What do you want to have for lunch?" He said, "Are you doing the show later?" Well, I'm paraphrasing, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll order pizza because then I can have it twice, and that was perfect. Yeah.
Oh yeah, talking about ordering food. Yeah, yesterday was a bit of an odd day, and my eldest son, he's poorly. He's not very well. So he loves pizza from this one place, Bacillo's. So okay, I'll get you. You're poorly. I'll treat you to a Bacillo's. I didn't want pizza. Didn't want pizza. My other son, he had a burger from that place and some curly fries. So I thought, I really fancy a curry. I haven't had a curry in a long time. Not a homemade one. I bought one. I'll get a curry in. So I ordered this curry from the place online, and it was just going to go and collect it. And it was one of those sort of like, you spend a certain amount, you get 15% off. So I bought like an extra lamb madras. So I can put that in the fridge for another day.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I got on and served myself a meat madras, and I was like, "There's fuck all in here. What the hell's going on?" And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't like super expensive, but it was like I was eating and thinking, this is not how curries used to be. I remember I used to go to a curry house and have a curry, and a massive pile of food, and there was just like half a dozen pieces of lamb in it, lots of sauce and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I ended up eating the second portion as well. It just wasn't enough. It's like, that's not right. That's not right.
Yeah.
What's happened to the world has gone wrong.
Oh yeah. Shrinkflation. It turns out that it's now affecting sheep and goats, and
are they getting smaller as well? Like
yeah. But it's really bad these days, man. It's that whole thing where one company gets away with screwing you over a bit and they don't get a big social outcry or whatever. And every other company goes, all right, tool up, gear up. We can, and boom, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, is a Whopper still a Whopper these days? Or is it
not even close? It's a whimper. Yeah. You look at the pictures of all the burger joints and the bun sticking slightly, or the meat sticking slightly out of the bun, and you can see the edge of the cheese and blah, blah. That's not the case when you buy them. How do they even get away with this?
Yeah. Oh, well, they always like photograph those things. Well, everything's all like pushed a little bit forward.
Oh, yeah.
Juicy. You get this limp piece of, when you get the piece of lettuce and it's like, you got the fucking end bit, all the big chunky bits. Oh no, that's horrible. And it's just like a couple of slithers of lettuce in there.
I pretty much tell them to keep the lettuce every time I order a burger these days, because it's like getting a piece of paper on your burger at this point, right? it's just melted into the cheese, and
it's supposed to be like a barrier.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
You know, it acts as a barrier between the sauces, and it's supposed to. It's technology at work there, but it's kind of like failed now.
Speaking of which, technology and crisp lettuce. Do you remember that McDonald's burger? I don't know if you guys had it in the UK, but we did here for sure. And what they did was they had a special design heat rack thingy for it. And the hot side of the burger would be under the little heat rack and the cool side wouldn't. And when you got the burger and sat down, you had to assemble it quick before you ate it. But you would actually get crisp lettuce and stuff, right? You know?
Okay.
Yeah. What the hell was that called? But they got rid of it because it took too much room up with their little slidey grab a burger system from back in the 80s, right? You know? Yeah. Yeah, it was like, so the burger, and it was in those styrofoam things they don't use anymore, right? But one side was warmed and one side wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
The styrofoam things. Otherwise, I used to call them the urban hedgehog.
Yeah.
You go and kick him around the street.
I remember in the ad, keeps the hot side hot and the cool side cool or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Kellahella in the chat. You just have to go to a real burger joint. Yeah, we got a couple in my neighborhood that are, not those chain fast food places, but where you get a proper real burger. It's so much better. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, could do with something like that around here. Because even the ones where you got like grills or whatever, they're still just like shitty kind of what do you call them? Just like mass produced burgers, and not that great. Not that great.
Each one of the chain burger places has a unique flavor unto themselves, but not one of them tastes like actual hamburger when you just buy good quality hamburger and make a burger. Not one of them tastes like meat. They just taste like their meat.
Yeah.
That ain't right. That's weird.
Because I could make a decent burger at home, but what I have problems with is the buns.
Yeah.
You can't get burger buns like you can get in what these places have. They're just like they're either too small, too big, too doughy,
or too domey, too tall.
Or they're brioche ones which just like crumble as soon as you look at them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like what? Why is that?
I know one thing with McDonald's is their buns are heavily sugared compared to regular bread. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like their buns. I've got nothing against them. I've got nothing against McDonald's, to be honest with you, but
I'm not a fan.
But also the McDonald's buns, it's not even like bread, is it? It's like an expanded bready foam. I'm not sure what it is.
It's more like expanded yeast with just enough flour to actually make something out of it, and then a whole whack of sugar, right? Like
some kind of crystalline structure.
Yeah. I think Geordie LaForge holds the patents, so But yeah, I just like better food. And to be honest, with the amount of time it takes to make like a good set of French fries or chips, whatever, and a couple of burgers or whatever for my son and I don't see the need to order something that's inferior and far more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I think I talked to you about this the other day when we went to a restaurant recently. It was just like, it's all right. I just didn't have to cook it myself, but it cost like 150 quid for the four of us. It's like, okay. It wouldn't have cost that if I made it myself, and it would have been better.
Yeah, $30 in 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like tonight. I cooked some chips. Fries, but no, good old fat chunky chips. And I made some for McKelly and some for myself. And my daughter grabbed one because she was having tomato soup. being all healthy and all that. So
Yeah.
he nicked one of my chips. And she goes, "Oh my God, they're amazing. Amazing." Yeah, and they were really really good chips. Fuck knows how I managed to do it. You know, I'll never get it right again next time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
it's like, just
I've
when
got
you
my
just get
system
it just
down.
right.
You know, yeah, when you get those thicker fries or chips, you know, I like the thicker ones, and you get the outside just perfect. So it's like crisp without being like, you know, like overcooked bacon crisp. But then it's so fluffy and light on the inside, and you just get this lovely potato thing. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Like that old commercial from North America. I think it's from the late 70s or early 80s. So there's this kid with a beautiful looking plate of those bigger fries, and he's got the Heinz ketchup bottle, and he picks up a fry and one at a time applies the ketchup to the fry from the bottle and eats them. And he just sits there calmly eating the fries. And that was the commercial. You know, one of the best ads for a condiment ever.
Talking about, have you seen the recent footage of NASA astronauts on the ISS showing what it was like to have ketchup in zero G? And they basically got like a big bottle of Heinz ketchup, and he squirts it into his mouth, which first of all made me gag.
That's revolting. Yeah.
But the funny thing was, I mean, I'm indicating here with my hands, but it's really due to do that with an avatar. But it started building up out of his mouth like a pile of ketchup just protruding from his mouth.
Yeah.
As it just continually just built up, and then he just like slurped it all in, and I just went,
oh man, yeah. I don't want to watch you re-eat something in zero G. I mean, dear God, once is enough, isn't it? You know.
But going back to the flat earthers, I'm sure people are going to love posting that and saying the flat earthers. Well, how does this work then? Go on, explain this. Oh, CGI ketchup. Ooh. Yeah,
CGI ketchup. Oh, that's probably worse than the real thing. You know, that's one thing. Like Heather said in the chat, I don't do ketchup, right? I don't actually either. I have no time for this stuff. You know,
I don't mind it using as an additive or just like a little thin slither or something.
What would you add it to? The trash?
I'll add it to things I'm cooking. You know,
really?
Sweet and sour sauce and stuff like that. And, I'll add it to that.
If I need something for French fries, like as a dip or whatever, I take some mayo and mix in some hot sauce. That's
you're a bit Germanic, then, are you? The mayonnaise, not the ketchup.
Yeah, but I can't do straight mayonnaise because it just seems like I'm dipping French fries in fat. That's kind of weird.
You like gay mayonnaise. Well, mixing hot sauce with mayonnaise, that works. I actually like mixing in ketchup with mayonnaise, and you're basically making Marie Rose, which is
Marie Rose.
Yeah, it's like a seafood dressing. You put it in, with if you're having like prawn cocktail or something like that. Yeah, just ketchup and mayonnaise. It makes it pink, makes it tasty.
Oh, there's got to be something better than ketchup you could use to make that. There just has to be. That's like using relish for tartar sauce instead of capers because you have to dice them. That ain't right. That ain't right.
What's our new super chat about?
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Let's go down that road.
Yeah. We got Paul Gilbert in with a super chat. I can remember arguing with my daughter who insisted McDonald's was a restaurant. It took her years to understand. Yeah, very much. Very much. Good shout, Paul. Thanks. I remember as a kid when Vancouver got its first McDonald's in like the middle of the 70s, and it had the playground outside and all that. And we had to drive like an hour to get there. And my parents took me there, and it was just another burger joint with a cool play zone. Like, I didn't see any big deal in it. It was cool, but I actually liked Mr. Mike's better because the burgers were better, charbroiled, proper. Yeah.
Of course, over here in the UK, It was years before I saw McDonald's. We had Wimpy. Wimpy
Oh
was our
yeah.
and it was so bizarre because it was like so American dinerish, except not, because it was very British at the same time. Where, it comes on a plate with cutlery and salt and vinegar and all the sauces that you know. And that used to be a real treat. That used to be a real treat for me, little kiddie.
Yeah, when I was like 5 years old, and we would go to Prince Edward Island to visit relatives in summer for summer vacation. They had damn it, it's named after like a fairy tale or something, but they had an old school A-frame drive-in burger joint that was just the best thing ever. I loved going there. What the hell was it called?
Hansel and Gretel. Little Red
Something
Riding Hood.
like that, you know? Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty.
It was something like that, because back in like the 70s and into the 80s, Prince Edward Island had a lot of like fairy tale things. There was this cool train you could go and ride through the forest, and you would go by the Three Little Pigs' house with the figures of them out, and it was all full size, and it was awesome. Oh yeah, I love that place.
Yeah, all fiberglass with speakers with the sounds coming out of it.
Yeah, no, the speakers were in the tram, the train that you rode in. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was funny. Actually, when I was older and we went there and I took the ride just for the shits and giggles of it, I realized that the train was electric and it just had a speaker doing the steam trainy sounds and whatnot. Yeah. It was just some golf cart turned into a thing to drag people around on a set of tracks, right? With a body on it. It was funny.
We have a message in the chat. K and K's says in Spokane we have a burger joint called Dick's that advertises burgers by the bagful. So of course, a local saying is, "I'm going to go and get a bag of Dick's."
That's hilarious. I think I still have a relative in Spokane, actually. So that's an interesting thing too. I could actually call an aunt or an uncle. I think it's an aunt, and see if she could go and get me a bag of dicks.
You can tell it's an aunt or uncle when you put your hand under a dress. You know?
Yeah, well, that's how we roll in our family, right? You know.
Oh, so you're an uncle?
Yeah, we greet like dogs in the park. You know. Yeah. And then Heather Wiley in the chat asked me, "Hey, you make homemade mayo? Are the eggs refrigerated in Canada or not?" They are. They do that acid bath, and then you have to refrigerate your eggs in Canada as well. And even if I have some eggs. Sorry?
What, your fresh eggs?
Yes.
Refrigerate fresh eggs. Okay.
Yeah, I know. You guys do like a clean collection, which means the eggs don't have to be acid bathed, and as such, you're not ruining the shell, so they don't have to be refrigerated. You can keep them on the shelf.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is what's going on.
Because I do know there's always this contentious argument with people whether or not you should keep eggs in the fridge or not.
Yeah, you guys in the UK should never be telling North Americans that their eggs are safe to be kept on the shelf, because they are not. Right? They are not. Right? But
I always just put them in the fridge anyway, because they go and get knocked over and broken.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good point. Yeah. But yeah, we do this thing where we do an acid bath on the egg. And it's because that in North America, we have these massive buildings just full of chickens, and the eggs are covered in shit and whatnot, right?
Right. Does it soften the shell or something?
It makes it so that the shell is susceptible to micro amounts of oxygen transfer or something, or atmospheric transfer or something, but it weakens it, right? Is how I understand it.
I didn't know we were going to go all sciencey and shit.
Well, you asked the question. I mean,
let's get I was going to say Mike Tyson. No, the other Tyson. get him on the show as a guest. And what's his name? Tyson. I forgot his fucking name now.
Neil deGrasse
Tyson. That's the one.
Yeah,
I was thinking of MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. No, that's not right.
Yeah, and Heather then says in the chat there, Mexican eggs aren't refrigerated. Yeah, so they do it properly. North America, we shouldn't do that as far as I'm concerned. Our method is based on the fact that we just cram the animals in too tight and we're kind of being more industrial about it than we should be.
That's interesting. Because we do that. We do have these. I'm pretty sure we do, like the battery farms.
Oh yeah.
Eggs.
Yeah, so, but you guys still have regulations that make it so that, like in North America, the chicken won't really move, so it has no choice but to shit on its own eggs, right? Or is something to do with the way I had it explained to me. I don't know the true particulars, but you guys practice what's called clean collection, and we don't, and that's the difference, right? Anyway, I would prefer if we went your way. I
was going to say, I know who I'm buying my eggs from now on.
Yeah. But the back to the reason it mattered was when I do a make of mayo, even if I have some eggs still in the fridge that say they have like a week left on them, I go and get a pack of fresh eggs to make sure that I have the freshest of fresh eggs to make the mayo with, right? Because, I mean, there's always a reason to use eggs, right? Oh no, I have 2 eggs I need to use up. Let's make a cake. That's not a bad thing. It's not bad.
John, give us the Dick Dawson rundown recipe on making mayo. Come on.
No, I'm not going to do that. No, because the thing with making mayo is you've got no real date on when it goes bad and stuff. And if you make too much and keep it too long and stuff, and I'm not giving anybody any tools on how to make mayo. You can find it for yourself. It's very easy to do, but I'm not responsible if anybody gets sick. You just got to keep, I always keep pasta sauce jars because I have a little Braun mixer that'll fit in them. And then what you do is you just put the mixer in to the bottom, turn it on, pull it up really slowly. And as you go, all the ingredients just turn into mayo. It's so fast to make. It's not funny. And if it starts to go bad on you, you just throw the jar away because there's always another jar coming. It's a pasta sauce jar. Doesn't matter. Right.
Oh, we could use your mayo jar. The mayonnaise.
Ronnie in the chat says, guess why Europe doesn't import meat? Is that a reference to what we just said, or am I supposed to come up with an answer there?
We do.
Oh, no, it has to do with, clean collection of eggs. Guess why we don't? Okay, I see where we're going here. I'm sure I just figured that out. Probably makes sense. No, Spock, I would not make Heinz mayo ketchup for the love of God. Jesus.
No, but he makes his mayo and puts some hot sauce in it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do. But when you make a good quality home mayo and then use capers and whatnot to make your own proper tartar sauce and then get good fish and make good batter and do up some fish and oh, wow, is it awesome. I can't. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, but tartar sauce isn't just mayo and capers, is it?
No, you got to have a little lemon dash, and then from there, find your own recipe, see what works. I read one that had dill in it, and I do not like dill, so
You find one that's got pot in it.
In my fridge.
Oh, that's why you're not giving your mayonnaise recipe away.
Yeah.
Just a little dash of fentanyl.
Yeah. Don't say that. No. My party favorite time does not go anywhere near things like that. No way. You know. Plus, I've got.
You think there's like those like shitty streets in America where all the druggies are all like zombied out and fentanyl.
We have them here too. Don't just pick on them. Well,
oh yeah, but I'm just saying it'd be a great place to go take the kids down trick or treating because look at all the zombies everywhere. I was just wondering if do you think they do their own little trick or treat thing on Halloween?
Okay,
around.
Let's do Charlie Brown trick or treating in downtown Detroit at midnight. You know, I got a rock, but it's this weird little white thing, and he said I would need a pipe.
All the kids go down there armed to the teeth because it's the only safest way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. You know when you go trick or treating and you bring a taser and realize that you didn't bring enough weapon, that you're in a tough neighborhood. You know?
What happens if you go trick or treating down like the red light district? You know, all the prostitutes along the road. You get a trick and a treat, don't you? You are the trick.
Yeah.
You are the trick, and you get the treat.
Yeah. Honey, I'm like a vending machine. Put your finger in there and you'll get a treat.
Oh, no. Yeah, I would if you weren't dressed like an evil clown.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow that's a turn off.
Hey, does anybody know? I mean, you don't have to admit that you were there. You could say it was your friend, but do prostitutes dress up for Halloween? You know, can you go down there and spend a couple $100 to fuck Batman or Batgirl or whatever, you know? Wouldn't that be funny?
Hey, I'm sure you don't have to wait till Halloween for that. I'm sure if you just pay extra, you get whatever you want.
You know,
from what I've been told.
Yeah. Or maybe on Halloween, you can drive down there and bring your own costume, you know? So you could have the girl wear like an Elon Musk mask or something.
You'd want to fuck that. Donald Trump. You have to be wearing a Donald Trump outfit.
Yeah. Oh, you see, I'm worried about doing a Halloween stream. It just could go wrong. I would say that this is like a trial run for the shitstorm that it could be.
I think we should just bring up lots of spooky stories. Or stories from the dark and the deep and spookiness. Or something.
I have an actual real ghost story from when I was like 12 years old or something. I never saw it. What?
Save it.
I'm not going to tell it. I never saw said ghost or anything, but the ghost story is from the town I lived in, certain house, and I remember all of it. It just hit me like a ton of bricks, so I'll save that for sure. Do we have to do that thing? Here, hold on. Do we have to do that thing? I'll have a foot switch where I can turn off the lights in front of me and just hold a flashlight, you know, and I could be like a Cub Scout telling a story around a campfire. Exactly, you know. That'd be funny.
I'll have to work on my Vincent Price impression.
Oh, PJ CNET says Shills seance. I wonder, is there a virtual Ouija board that we could play online and everybody just has to put their mouse on the icon and, you know, would that work? Is there a virtual Ouija board online where multiple people can use it at once? There's got to be, isn't there?
Yeah, probably. It probably works just as well as the plain board, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, even in the goth scene, there's got to be nerds. Somebody did this, right? Come on. Right? I wonder if we can find that. Will I decorate my background for the Halloween show? KK's GG there in the chat. I suppose I could. I know. Yeah, I know there's a thing called a dollar store, and as such, I could get what I need really quick. You guys call them a pound shop, whatever.
Yeah.
Funny
thing. You don't want to spend more than $1 though. You could just got a plastic skeleton hanging up.
No, I just get a couple of cheap things that don't matter, right? You know, it's funny. I don't know about you guys, but we have dollar stores, and it's hard to find something that's actually $1 in them. Is it the same for you guys?
I don't know. We used to have pound stores. I mean, I haven't been in one for a long time. That would mean going to the high street, which I just don't do anymore. We call it Amazon.
Yeah, I guess, you know. Yeah.
Or what's it? AliExpress.
Yeah.
Temu. Yeah, Temu is the new dollar store.
Yeah. Shayna on the Shills account in the chat. That's a hard word to spell, you know. And I'm like, yeah, don't fucking ask me. Jesus.
Which word was that?
Ouija board.
Oh,
you know, if I spelt it, it would be WEEGEE, as if I was doing the Bee Gees.
You know? Yes, OUJIA. I know that from playing Scrabble.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Scrabble is just one of those things where I just don't even approach it. I am the worst person for that. I'm really good at like trivia games because the ability to spell the words has nothing to do with it, right? But terrible at what did you call it again?
Scrabble.
Scrabble. Yeah, I was going to say speak and spell. I'm like, I know that's not right.
You're pretty terrible at that as well.
Actually,
the speaking bit you can do. It's the spelling bit.
Yeah. Terrible. It's funny how backwards I get things, and nobody noticed when I was younger, right? Nobody, you know.
You get your speak and spell when you're a little kid, and can you spell daddy? You've got FUC. OF.
Yeah, that was after I tried ASS.
Yeah. Can you spell boobies? Yeah, obviously I've got a calculator. I've been doing it for years.
Oh, I used to know all those jokes on the calculator. Yeah. You know, I remember when I got a speak and spell when I was, I don't know, 7 or 6, whatever it came out, 77, whatever it was. 76, I think it was. I can't remember, but I remember within the first week, I was in the shop and I was pulling it open because I had to know what could make it talk. Yeah, I didn't screw it up. So
there's a little old lady in there.
Yeah. Like PJ says, Texas Instruments. Yeah. Man, they had a position of like greatness back in the early days of tech. And then they failed so miserably with that series of TI-99 computers that they just simply left, you know? Wow. Well, except for those stupid overpriced school calculators that should be like $10 at this point.
There was that great scene in one of the early episodes of Halt and Catch Fire, where you got these married couple, and they're both computer techie type people, and the little kid goes, "Speak and spell doesn't work," and she says to him, "Daddy, speak and spell doesn't work," and he just goes back and says, "You're the one that works at Texas Instruments, not me."
Yeah.
And then he basically cracks it, and cracks it open and gets it to do whatever he wants it to do. It's brilliant. Just reprograms it.
Yeah, that was one of the episodes I did watch. Actually, I forgot to keep watching that show.
That was a good series.
Yeah, I couldn't separate the lead actor from being Foundation. And I was like, I need to just pause Halt and Catch Fire until that's out of my head. It was confusing me.
No, because when you were watching Halt and Catch Fire, when you started watching it, he wasn't in Foundation yet. He hadn't done that yet.
No, but I only started watching Halt and Catch Fire after I watched Foundation.
Oh, okay.
Right? I didn't watch this stuff when it came out. I'm a pirate, remember? I find it on torrent sites, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because I only knew that character from Halt and Catch Fire. But it is odd when it's like you see him pop up in like other things, you know, like Big Floppy Fuzzy Dog Story and the Family, and like, what? What's he doing in this? This is that fucking miserable kind of like narcissist businessman from the tech industry. Can't be him. He's with a floppy dog,
and he's got this. I only show 50% of my emotions unless it's anger thing. Like he went to the Keanu Reeves School of Acting, right? You know.
I can't remember his name now.
Me either. No idea. He's one of those people, you know. He's that guy.
One of them.
Yeah.
Is he one of them?
A couple of super chats here. Darren Vaughn in with one. Baby Starsky fix, please. Okay, I'll hit that button. And Darren Vaughn with a second one. Love you guys. Too funny. Oh, thanks, Darren. I hope it's entertaining enough. You know, to at least
no. He
He
said we're too funny. We got to tone it back a bit.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So you know, and now for something completely different.
Oh, where is the little bugger?
I was talking to him earlier. Yeah. I told him, I said we were going to be doing some hangout stuff tonight. And he said, yeah, but so am I. And I know who he lives with. So, yeah.
That kind of hanging out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know.
We should come up with a new stinger, the Tales of Dirty Starsky.
Oh no, we need one of him all teenaged rebellioned out, you know, tales of teenage Starsky, right? Because we got baby, or we could go with toddler and have one where he just topples over trying to walk or something, you know. We should get bulbous adult like baby head, you know.
Or get one where he's all like emo with long hair.
Yeah, like idiot in that Spider-Man movie where he goes all emo, right? Yeah. Oh man, that was such a bad scene. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll have emo Starsky. We could have BG Starsky. Imagine Starsky doing the John Travolta Saturday Night Live dance. Wouldn't that be funny?
Staying alive, staying alive.
That'd be hilarious.
No, I think he'd be more into ABBA myself.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like that. You wouldn't like that.
Oh wow. Or we could get him to recreate the moves from Olivia Newton-John in Xanadu.
Yes, on roller skates.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's got to be one of the worst 2 hours you could ever spend in your life watching that movie. Oh man.
The lights were shining, but there you were, a shooting star.
Stop. Just stop. I can't get my hand to let go.
I absolutely adore Xanadu. Can't fucking watch it.
Oh, it's
so stupid.
It's oh man, how many backlit shots of a woman with a Vaseline smeared lens can you look at in a movie, right?
Oh, it's just so bad. It's just it's like some of the dance sequences because in this club, Xanadu,
Oh yeah,
you got all these people from all these different kind of like you call them tribes of. You know, you got zoot suiters, you got roller skaters. Yeah, there's just you got fucking people hanging from the ceiling and in trapeze artist mode. I don't know what the hell is going on through the mind of the director. I have no idea. But it's like the Warriors on acid.
yeah,
and have all teamed up and decided to build a nightclub together.
yeah. It's some weird LSD disco induced version of the movie Heavy Metal. It's just
oh dear. and somehow they got the great Gene Kelly involved.
Yeah. Imagine if the Bee Gees had made Quadrophenia.
Oh, I can't wait for AI movie making to get to that point where you can just put in Quadrophenia by the Bee Gees.
That would be hilarious, man. Yeah, but you have to put in their white pant outfits. You know?
Oh my god.
PJ CNET, The Warriors was a cult classic. Oh, I'll go one step.
I hate it.
I'll go one step on that to say that so is the book it's based on. Phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one of the few times where I can say I actually read the damn book.
Yeah. What color was it?
Black on the outside, actually. Yeah, I remember that. I do.
Wow. Dick Dawson read a book. Yeah.
Yeah, it was this weird thing in grade 10 in our school where they were like, okay, instead of us telling you exactly what to read, we've got a list of books that you guys might like, and they're at the level we want you to be at. So take your pick. And that's what I picked. Yeah.
So they didn't have the Batman meets the Flash then or anything like that.
Yeah. Not quite, you know. Actually, no, I when I was young, I was not into comics and anything at all. The only superhero stuff I knew was those late 60s, early 70s Justice League cartoons. This is the only ones I knew, you know. Like when the modern Marvel stuff started to come off, the only person, well, I mean, obviously I'd heard of Thor, but not as a comic book person. I just knew him from Norris stuff, right?
Yeah.
Iron Man, I was like, they made a character from the Black Sabbath song? You know, like I couldn't get my head around it, right? Captain America I knew because of a 70s TV show where some guy had a motorcycle that would blast out of the back of his van and he had the shield and stuff. It was terrible. And of course I knew
terrible.
Yeah, and I knew the Hulk because of the Bill Bixby TV show, you know. I mean, everybody knows that, right? Yeah, right. You know.
Yeah.
But like Hawkeye,
don't make me angry.
Yeah, exactly, right. But I didn't know who the rest of them were or whatever, you know. Hawkeye and Black Widow, and
he must have known Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man was like, you know, probably like the.
I know Spider-Man from the classic 60s one again, right? You know, my spider sense is tingling. Something's going to, and it falls on his head. Seriously, dude? You know? But I love those cartoons, you know? Yeah. But I didn't know any of that other stuff, you know?
No. Yeah. No, that was the funny thing about, you know, the whole movie industry when it went, especially with Marvel, and it's like, we've done all these movies. Let's just go through our back catalog, drag out some other fucking superhero that somebody has mildly remembered, And then they go, "Oh, we're going to make a movie about this," and all the fans go, "Way!" They'll jump down and cheer. We're finally getting the movie. All 150 fans are jumping up and down, saying, "Finally, we're going to get the movie that nobody else asked for."
Yeah, but if you look at the Marvel thing, it's funny. They tried the Hulk twice. Once with Eric Bana and once with Edward Norton. And they were okay movies, but they were nothing to build a franchise on. It wasn't really working. Marvel's movie thing was kind of failing. And out of the blue, Iron Man hits. And if you look at it, it's easy to see why the arrogant billionaire playboy is who Robert Downey Jr. lived his life as for like 20 years. And as such, it was the best pairing of people in superhero action shit for years, right?
Oh, he was damn good at it.
Oh, yeah. It was Robert Downey Jr. that made the Marvel Cinematic Universe work. Without Iron Man, it didn't happen, man. You know?
Yeah, but they missed the tricks, though. They should have had the Iron Man meets the Iron Lady. So Iron Man hangs out with Margaret Thatcher, takes on the Falklands.
Oh, God, you had to, didn't you?
We're going to take on the miners' strike.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, but if Iron Man and Margaret Thatcher had a child, wouldn't that just be Boris Johnson?
Yes, and they did. Yes. we have the receipts and the video footage to prove it.
The Iron Mayor. They are
the aluminium foil.
I gotta be real quick. I gotta see a man about a horse. Sorry, hold on.
Hope he's got a big cock. The horse, that is. Oh dear. Oh, well, if he's buggered off, it's my turn. It's my turn to talk. Hey, I tell you what. I watched a movie last night, and oh boy, do I have a review? I want Dick to be here when I do it. Has anyone actually seen Aliens Romulus or Alien Romulus? Not Aliens. It's called Alien Romulus. The latest installment from the Alien franchise. Hands up in the chat who's seen it, because I watched it last night and I wish I hadn't, because it was like 2 hours I could have saved doing something else. Oh, PJ, your friends downloaded it. Oh God, I don't know how many gigabytes it is, but that's wasted space. It's the worst turgid shit I've ever seen in years. And let's face it, the Alien franchise has brought out some relatively poor movies in recent years. They're not great.
Resurrection.
Yeah, Resurrection was pretty bad. I mean, I stop at number 3. I mean, number 3 was where they're always like in the that mining, colony sort of thing.
No idea.
Which one was that? Hang on, Aliens, and Alien 3. I can't remember what it called. I think it was just called Alien 3. I can't remember. But yeah,
Aliens.
Aliens. It was all right. But not genius, but it was all right. After that, it just got bad and bad and bad. So anyway, Alien Romulus.
Terminator movies.
Alien Romulus starts out pretty decent, because you're on the.
Why are the Romulans involved?
Shut up. It starts off on this planet. It's like a mining colony, and it's all
it's called Romulus, isn't it? It's that's where the Romulans come from, right? It's not.
No, it's not. It's
were they in the neutral zone?
Like you're not helping. You're really not helping here. But anyway, so you have all these like teenagers who just well not teenagers, like mid-20s, and they're all like all really pissed off with the the position they're in, and
Are they
they're being
angsty?
locked. Yeah, they're all angsty. They're locked down by the company. Somehow, one of them is in control of a spaceship. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how.
Is his name Wesley?
And so they fuck off. So they fuck off to this research thing that they suddenly realize has got like capsules in it that can take them to somewhere else, and they'll be all happy and lovely.
It's called the LSD.
It just gets worse and worse and worse. And every single scene is like, oh, do you remember that bit in one of the other films? We're going to do that. They even have an android on it. That's an Ash from the Alien movie, the original one, and they got some kind of like CG face replacement kind of thing for that original character. He's in it for some reason, and he just keeps quoting lines from all the other movies.
It sounds like a Daisy Star Wars movie. They just did the same thing.
Oh, it's awful. I mean, you got this young girl who plays the lead role, and they're trying to do a whole Ripley thing with her. And it's not Ripley, but they put her in the same kind of like scenes with guns down corridors with the flashy lights and things, and you're supposed to go, oh, scary now.
So they're trying to start a new generation of here for the next view. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think they've killed it. I don't know if they're setting up for next generation. But the thing is, there were scenes where they just kept borrowing lines from all the other movies. There was this really bizarre scene with they have this other android on it. He was kind of cool to start with because he was all broken. So he comes off like a large autistic child to start off with, and it was kind of clever, kind of cool. But he gets reprogrammed and all that kind of shit, and he becomes all for the company.
Right.
But anyway, he goes to save the girl, and he's shooting aliens all over the place, and he shoots this alien, blah 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 blah, blah, he's shooting again, and he says, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
Oh,
why did he put the question mark at the end of that?
That's like Maria Shriver standing up to give a speech to the local PTA, and at the end saying, "I'll be back."
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking to you about it. I'm trying to convince you to watch Aliens because that's a line from Aliens. You get away from me.
Yeah. No, I know that one. I've seen that clip many times in life, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they have that in it, but they also have these like bits at the end that the girls like escapes. I'm giving it a plot away. Really, I'm not, because you've seen it already.
I'm not going to watch it.
But the girl at the end is like sleeping in a couch, and she goes, this is a message from the last remaining survivor from the blah blah spaceship signing off. Why do you have to get her to say exactly the same lines as they end it with Alien? Why
really?
would she say
Is that
that?
what they? Wow.
Yeah. It's like, and the whole fucking last half of the movie is just like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Wow.
It was just the most.
That's a bummer.
Turgid pile of shit I have ever seen. Unbelievable.
So it's like watching. It's like watching Donald Trump presidential speech from 2016 in 2024. It's just more senile, but the same thing rehashed.
Yes, but and it looks prettier, which Donald Trump doesn't.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, dear me.
God.
Yeah. So there's my. The other day, Dick, I was saying to you that I think I have a relatively good understanding of you liking films. You might actually like Alien Romulus because you haven't seen the others. And you're not going to have that kind of like problem where you're watching and go, oh, why are they using that line? Because you won't remember it because you haven't seen the other films. But at the same time, it's kind of
I don't like horror. Like, I don't, I like a thriller where you get surprised and shocked by it and stuff, and maybe a jump scare and whatnot. But like gory horror stuff, I just sit there watching it going, yeah, but my lamp is right there. Like it's just a video. It just doesn't work for me. You know,
Yeah,
I'm too cynical, I guess, or whatever it is,
Aliens fit into your kind of like category of a good film because it's got jump scares. It's not gory. This one they do try to gore it up a little bit. There's some really horrible scenes. Some of the cuts in that they don't even make any fucking sense. It's like one minute they're doing one thing, next minute they're doing something else. It's like they've cut a load of the film out.
I hate that too.
Thing. But there's a lot more, where they're trying to get into that kind of like Giga, kind of icky alien sort of stuff, and then it's all right, but it's more gory. Yeah, I do. I still definitely recommend Aliens to you. You might prefer that one. It's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
I don't know. I've never been drawn to the Alien movies. I don't think I've ever watched one of them. Well, I watched Alien Resurrection because I won tickets on call-in on the radio, and my buddy and I went, and we both were just like, we just left and went to the bar. We were both just totally unimpressed.
Yeah, it's not a very good one.
I don't even remember it at all. I just remember
where you left.
Yeah, well, no, we stayed and watched the movie, but all I remember is dark, spooky environments on spaceships with flashlights and fog and stuff. That's all I know.
And a miserable Winona Ryder.
Oh yeah, she was in that one, right? Yeah. I'm not one of the people that dislike her. I don't, I never understood that when that happened for a while there. I always thought she was all right.
I don't know. I don't even know her.
A little bit odd with her, choices of movies at time. A little bit of an indie person and stuff, but whatever. Do you?
Was she the one that was got shoplifting?
Could have been. Who knows?
Was it her?
I don't follow a lot of celebrity news that way. I wouldn't really know. It sounds right, actually. She got caught for something stupid. You're right. Yeah. I am remembering this now. Yeah. Kind of like what's her name that played Lois Lane in the original Superman movie?
God, what's her name again?
Kidder.
Yeah, Margot Kidder.
Didn't she get found like flipping out and hiding in somebody's backyard or something?
Yeah, she went.
Yeah. That's a sad tale,
Yeah.
I
always found her a little bit strange anyway, because it's like, if I was Clark Kent, Superman, whatever, and I'm working at this newspaper, and there was this like crazy fucking narcissist,
erotic,
bitch.
spastic, fucking
yeah. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fall in love. No, sorry, not a chance. Not a chance.
Yeah.
Should be hitting on the young photographer guy,
all that superhero intuition should have told him this woman's got baggage like a 747, baby.
Usually X-ray vision.
I will say, I'm a fan of the new Superman and Lois TV show. My son and I have been watching that. I like it very much.
You mentioned that. I've not seen that. Not seen that.
What's her name? Elizabeth something or other that plays Lois Lane. Excellent, phenomenal. I think she's the best. Absolutely. Except for Margot Kidder there in the original. That is Lois Lane to me. So everybody else is trying to be her.
No, she was a great. Lois Lane on that. What about the other one? Lewis, was it called Lewis and Clark, or did he call
Lois and Clark? Superman? Yeah, the Adventures of Superman. That was the byline or whatever. That was Terry Hatcher, that hot brunette.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
I didn't mind that show, but to be honest, I thought Dean Cain wasn't a very effective Clark Kent. Pretty good Superman. Like Terry Hatcher in the role, but I didn't watch that show that much. It was a little bit too much about the drama, and the supery parts were a little weak at times. That's the thing with the new show. It's got a high budget for the supery parts. It's really good.
Yeah, I kind of feel a lot of people were watching that show for Terry Hatcher.
Yeah. You know, yeah, Terry Ratcher. You know. But
yeah, she was a hot babe back then.
Oh, and she went on to play hot babe in lots of stuff even after, right? You know, she's one of those girls that really, you know, I don't know about, you know, surgery stuff or anything, but she seemed to be, you know, on magazine covers and stuff for a long time, like Sandra Bullock and a few, you know. Yeah.
And please don't get me wrong by objectifying her as saying she was a hot baby. That's just how the system works. The Hollywood system works, you know.
Yeah, but
you get points.
It's not objectifying to say somebody's blah blah, but if you start watching the show only for hotness and blah blah and what, you know, but you know, a casual mention, you know, fact is fact, you know, and then somebody else might go, "Oh man, really? You guys are crazy. She wasn't that hot." And okay, good.
Dean Cain was kind of a hottie hunk too, I suppose. You know? For the ladies, Did it work for the ladies? I don't know. Didn't work for me, you know, because I'm not a lady. So
he came across as like somebody that would be seen as like a good-looking guy. I think, you know, he got a role in the Supergirl show when it started up. The one that was like sort of in partnership with the Flash and whatnot. He was on that show a little bit, not very much, but a little.
As what? Not Superman. Well, as Superman?
No, he was Supergirl's adoptive Earth father that just was the dude who, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
But then it turned out he worked for some secret government agency, and then I think they got bored of the storyline and just kind of, fuck you.
Wrote him out.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
you're not helping the show much.
Well, his acting on the show, on the Supergirl show, he was one of the lower tier actors in the scenes he was in. It was almost a struggle to watch.
Probably a reason why he wasn't a great draw on the Superman show, because I mean they probably just like, you know, looked at him and go, "Yeah, you're Superman. We'll check your acting later on day one on the show. We'll find out."
And that's the other thing. That new guy that plays Superman in the newest show, Tyler Helochin or something. It's really spelt crazy. I don't know how to say it, but there's some flashback scenes where he meets Lois for the first time. And man, he plays it just like Christopher Reeve did. It's uncannily good. Holy, did it sell? Oh, he was good.
Because I was gonna say Christopher Reeve will always be my Superman. He was just,
especially the Clark Kent, though. The way he switched from person to person, it was unbelievably well done, man.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, but that scene where there's that moment where he's Clark Kent and he's about to tell Lois.
And then he just switches.
He changes his mind.
His stance changes, his voice, like his whole, like, you know,
it's amazing.
I don't think he gets enough credit for acting chops because the later Superman movies kind of sucked, right? But he's brilliant in the first one. Brilliant. You know?
Yeah. If they had a little bit more of that, it would have been great.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what they were trying to do with the Lois and Clark thing, you know, trying to bring back some of the humanity.
Totally.
Ironically to say that because he's from Krypton, but, you know, bring back some of the humanity into it. But, you know, that Christopher Reeve stuff, you know, was like, I mean, as soon as you got Richard Pryor on a Superman movie, you might as well just say, well, it's fucked now.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Superman, we should also talk briefly. I never watched the show, but Smallville, when they're all a bit younger.
Yes.
Now, funny thing is that CW network that was in control of some of those DC TV shows like The Flash and Arrow and whatnot. They had this big Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, which was actually really good. The crossovers were great. Big budget shows.
You lost me on that. I don't know what the Infinite Earth thing is.
Oh, it's just a Flash storyline where he goes. Shit happens. I wouldn't want to ruin it.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. I found out after it's a famous comic book storyline, but I wouldn't know that, right? But on those DC TV shows, every year they did a crossover where all the heroes would come together to save the day, and they raised the budget and everything, and they were really, really good. And in one of the episodes, it was that Infinite Earths one, I think. It could have been one. Whatever. They were going from quantum universe to multiverse stuff, right? Quantum universe to quantum universe or whatever. And Lex Luthor lands in Smallville universe with that actor still playing the role. And he says, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. And Lex Luthor buggers off. And then Lois Lane comes out of the house and they're married and everything. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore or something. But there was a whole bunch of those. Like they had the original actor from Adam West 60s Batman. And he looks up at the sky and he says, he's not in character in Robin outfit, but he looks up at the sky and he says, holy crimson skies of death. And then they turn away. And what they did was they went through all the different multiverse universes and took all the different versions of the Batmans and all that stuff and made them part of the modern reality in this really cool segment. It was brilliant.
Do they include the Lego Batman? which is, if you've not seen it, Lego Batman is just brilliant. when he's in
the guy who plays his voice in the modern ones is awesome too. He's really funny. I don't know who it is, but we've got a couple of them. My media library is full of all this animated DC stuff. My son likes it. He likes how that Green Lantern character is a total smart ass. That's funny.
So who's your fave Lex Luthor?
Okay. The instant answer, of course, was Gene Hackman.
Yeah, you're correct.
But the guy who's the guy who's playing Lex Luthor in the new Superman and Lois TV show or whatever it's called is that fucking close to as good. Oh my God, are they playing it out really well right now? I'm not going to give anything away in case you want to watch the show, but it's awesome. It's awesome. The guy who from 2.5 Men, not Charlie Sheen, but the other guy, he got to play Lex Luthor a bit in the Supergirl TV show, and he was really good, but it was a bit more comical. The new one is like the kind of guy that would, separate your head from your shoulders, and it's really good. Yeah,
I would give some marks to Kevin Spacey for his portrayal of Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah,
Batman Returns.
No, Superman Returns.
Sorry, Superman Returns. What am I talking about?
That guy
is so fucking creepy, and because we know he is.
Yeah, well, that's true too, right? He wasn't truly acting, maybe. But the guy who played Superman in that ends up playing the Atom in a whole whack of those DC Universe TV shows I was just talking about. And in their multiverse thing, his Superman comes back with him in the Superman costume as well, which is pretty funny, right? But
Kind
yeah,
of get the feeling. Kind of get the feeling you can't watch these Marvel things without, it's like crib notes.
oh, these are the DC ones. These are the
sorry,
DC ones.
sorry. Marvel,
Yeah,
DC, blah blah blah,
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing, whatever.
Oh, no,
But
it's
yeah,
not. But yeah, yeah,
well, I know it's not, but you know
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah, so I just get it wrong. But yeah, no, I imagine you just got to have notes to keep up on it all because how do you follow it?
No, but those little crossovers, even if you don't know the in jokes, because what I always do is after they would come out and I'd watch them, I would go online and learn what the in jokes are because I didn't know them either. Right. I don't religiously watch this stuff or whatnot. You know what I mean? But even for somebody who doesn't, those crossover ones were like total movies. They're really cool.
Well, I tell you what, you'll be at it for fucking hours. You would do that Alien Romulus, checking up on. Oh, they said a thing. Oh, what does that refer to? Oh, yeah, this movie, this.
No, I wouldn't do it for that, right? But in in something that has a history, like my son and I do watch we did watch that Flash TV show, right? And so there was enough interest in it to look it up, but I mean, I've never really watched an Aliens movie, so I wouldn't sit there on Internet Movie Database looking up I wouldn't bother.
That's the thing is that you and Felix have got like a special bonding connection with these sort
superheroes.
Of things. And
yeah,
and it makes it what would you say? Not just
more powerful to me because we share it. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be doing it, right? Yeah,
exactly. If he was into aliens, you'd probably be doing the same thing over that.
No, I would have found something else.
No, it's not Felix thing, but it's like the same thing you did with Back to the Future as well. He loves Back to the Future, and you can have like the connections. With him.
But you're assuming that I'm jumping into it because he's into it. What you're missing is he's into it because I got him into the old cartoons that I was into growing up because I already know them, and he likes to script and repeat and and quiz you on things, so I already know them, right? And that's why he likes the DC stuff, because the only superheroes I watched as a kid cartoon wise was the Justice League, the Super Friends, right? Yeah. So that's why it's in my wheelhouse. I and old Charlie Brown and the old Rankin Bass things and all that stuff, Yeah. I did it to make sure I could keep the fuck up.
Over here it was like Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, UFO.
Yeah. We had a PBS show that would show the Thunderbirds. And I remember I'm like, it's marionettes. What?
No, it's not marionettes. It's super marionation.
When I now I've actually watched some of it and I can appreciate it very much. But as a kid, I was like, no, that's one step too cheesy, man. I can't do it.
It is funny. It does make me laugh every single fucking time. It's like with Thunderbirds, it's always like there's big, massive things happening, and there's nobody about, but there's somebody on a speaker. 0x1 moving into launch position.
Yeah.
And there's fucking nobody there. There's nobody there.
Yeah. And then of all things,
everybody slides everywhere. There's no walking.
Everyone's
on a chair. The chair takes them to another place.
That's how I used to do the animations on those old Shills intros, where I used to do those comics. People would slide in and out of shot, right? Why bother animating?
Yeah. Why put a ramp into a spacecraft when you can send in your sofa from the front room?
Yeah. And then the thing that nails it though is that Team America World Police is a total take on Thunderbirds, and it almost immortalizes Thunderbirds because it was such a special thing that the South Park guys had to make a movie about it indirectly, right? You know,
I have actually been party to a lot of people in the past because I'm just in that circle of people who have been close ties and connections to.
I thought you were going to say jerkers.
No, the Jerry Anderson world. Well, they've tried, to bring it back in many ways, and some people have succeeded in like minor YouTube channels, redoing spit like stuff like that. But I have been involved in some of these people. It's kind of interesting.
A quick teaser.
Except the way I just said it doesn't sound very interesting at all.
Yeah. Quick teaser. Our upcoming talk show will have a house band, and that's all I'll tell you.
Wow.
But coming up soon, we're going to have a talk show with a total like monologue intro, but it'll be the two of us doing it. We'll have a guest on once a week, and it'll be, like PubChat, right? Except with somebody. And it'll be kind of an interview, but more of a hangout. Right?
Yes. And we want people to suggest guests that we can have on.
And don't just say Linus Tech Tips or something. Like suggest somebody you can actually get in touch with, right?
Yeah, especially if there's a channel it could be a guy who just like spends his whole YouTube channel just making pancakes. He's the pancake guy, and I know him, and I talk to him in the chat.
I'll argue with a waffle angle all evening with him. No, there we go.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter who it is.
Oh. But
especially if you've got a connection with them.
Probably good if they drink.
Well, no, I think the criteria is they have to be available. They have to be available to do a live stream because a lot of people do videos and they're not capable of doing live streams. So they have to be able to do a live stream on a decent microphone and we are talking live as well, so they have to be available at the time we do the pub chat. So don't suggest someone from the South Pole, Antarctica, who's only just put videos about.
I know a crazy, hilarious penguin. He's got a sure mic. It's all right. I just.
We'll interview that guy who's got the camera that just films trucks driving under a bridge.
Yeah. That would be hilarious.
It'd be a great person to have on to chat. Could we get him on live? I have no fucking clue.
He probably lives in a trailer park at the edge of town and just pays the people that live there to have webcams on their balconies, right?
No, he doesn't live in a trailer park. He lives in a fucking mansion. He's probably bought a castle.
Are you? That channel gets views. You're not kidding. Well, yeah. I thought it was funny too. If you don't know what we're talking about the 11'8" bridge, and it's literally a can opener to trucks that try to go underneath it in motorhomes and stuff. And then after a bunch of years of this thing being a hit on YouTube, the government came in and they raised the bridge a little bit to try to, help stop can openering trucks like sardine cans. And even still, everybody ruins their vehicles under this bridge to this. Why didn't they just raise it more? It's ridiculous. But
why? What? Just like 100 foot down the road, have just a pole across the road, and you go. If you hit this, you're gonna smack it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there's funny footage of like big expensive motorhomes going underneath this bridge, and boom, all the air conditioning units and shit off the top are just skewered off like it was done by a scalpel, and they all just land on the ground, and the traffic behind has to stop. And the person just drives on through. They have no clue that they now have two gaping holes in the ceiling of their $300,000 motorhome.
How hard would it be to mount like a laser across the road, like 100 yards down the road.
You should,
and if you break the laser, the big fucking red lights come on. Does it stop?
Well, they have that because there's a big thing that says "Stop, too tall," and it flashes right there, and the drivers just go, "No, no, no, no." What the hell happened? It's hilarious, man. You know? Oh yeah. And there's a trucking company in the United States called Penske, like Penske Motorsports, NASCAR, IndyCar, blah blah blah, right? And they seem to either have the worst drivers or they rent the trucks out. I'm not sure what it is, but you can go to that 11'8" bridge, whatever it's called, channel, and you can just sit there for an hour and watch like 80 or 90 of these Penske trucks just get ruined in 2 seconds of video. I can't understand it. Yeah.
I think they should make the bridge lower. They'll get more hits on YouTube.
Yeah, they should lower it to the point where only like a Miata is going to get under, right? So we can see them cleaver open some like Cadillacs and stuff, some Bentleys, right?
Yeah. You got a limbo underneath it.
I want to see Trump's motorcade go through, so it'll just cleaver off the top of that limo and take that hairpiece clean off his bald skull. That's what I want to see.
Oh, poor old Trump.
Do you think Melania ever just rips that rug off his head and polishes up his skull, like his bald spot is the top of his dome, like a cue ball for a game of pool, you know?
Well, she has to take it off to feed it, you know. Put a bowl of water and some food.
There's a trap door at the top, and that's where you feed the goldfish that powers the Trump bot, right? There's a goldfish in there. His head is like a goldfish bowl.
It's funny. I came across some footage of Trump, from years back. He was a relatively good-looking young man. He could have been. He was quite a catch back then. I wouldn't say he was beautiful or anything like that, but he was a relatively good-looking young man. It's like
until he decided to own a beauty pageant so he could be a creepy stalker groomer. Fuck.
I mean, let's face it. We all. When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not either. I do feel sorry for Trump who do pick on him being fat and ugly, but he is like 90. But the thing is, it's not the fact he's just fat and ugly. It's the cold.
Fat and ugly. Won't some mama take a chance with me? 'Cause I ain't so bad. Get a load of my flat top. Woo.
Get rid of my mushroom car.
Oh, yeah. I'm just an Orange-O, and everywhere I go, people call me criminal. You heard it here first. Lord, thunder, and Jesus, I need a beer. That was awful. I just tipped back, and there was nothing left.
Okay, guys. Disagree at Dunk. Sick. No, come on, KK. I wasn't asking you to, go to bed with him or anything, and his younger self. You didn't. You personally don't have to find him attractive or anything like that. I mean, I'm not saying I found him attractive. I'm just saying, compared to now, he was a fairly good-looking young man. That's all I was saying. That's all. Don't get me wrong. Don't. I'm not saying vote Trump.
Isn't that Collective Soul? Smashing young man. Isn't that? Yeah, Trump Dunk is singing to you right now. In the days before your nutsack dropped. And your head was not so bald.
My age, my nutsack is dropping at an alarming rate. I have to tuck it into my ankle socks.
Just having a fight with my knees to see which one's going to go lower. So let's see here. I don't have a big rush, but we're getting closer. I got like a good 30 minutes or so. All I have to do is turn on the oven and put some pizza in it because we ordered the pizza earlier.
I was gonna say I thought you were ordering in, but I know you've already got it.
No, it's already been done. All I have to,
it's a half-eaten pizza. He's already had the first half.
Yeah,
he's going for second.
yeah. You know, it's 11Z's, but no, Felix was smart. He knew exactly what he was doing. He's having he's having Pixar evening. He watched WALL-E and then he's watching Up. Yeah. And then from there, I'm pretty sure he'll switch into Cars or the Toy Story movies.
I love WALL-E.
It's awesome. Right? It's such a good film. Blew me away the first time I watched it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. The only thing that spoils for me is the inconsistency of the storyline. But apart from that,
it
literally does not make any fucking sense whatsoever. But I still love it.
But
as soon as you get to the part where you got humans involved,
Oh, I'm not so sure on that. I really like the guy who plays the captain, and
it took time to warm to me. That's what I was trying to say.
It was a shock moment. I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! I wasn't expecting that." You know.
But then you've also got the CG animated humans. But then you got the other guy, the comedian guy, doing the video stuff. It's like, oh, this is a juxtaposition of humans. What's going on there?
Fred Willard, the B&L guy, right? Yeah.
Oh, he's fucking awesome in everything.
Oh, yeah. Let's get the hell out of here.
Remember him in Spinal Tap?
Yeah.
Commander.
Yeah. He's popped into everything throughout my life because of the age I am, right? I mean, he was all in things through the 70s and
he's great. He's one of another one of those guys. That guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. His voice, his whole delivery is one of the ones that I kind of borrow from when I'm doing like an intro or something. If I'm doing a certain gag, a bit of a dry delivery joke, Oh yeah. Absolutely. We got a couple of shout outs we can do here. Darren Vaughn in with a super chat here. I'll move to your backyard if Trump wins. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to set up a whole bunch of spots for tents. I've already got like 30 splitters for the garden hose, so everybody can have fresh-ish water. And and as long as you promise to shit in my neighbor's roses, everything's good. We're good. Absolutely. So. And I have a wink lawyer that can help with immigration as well, if you don't mind late night driving and damp trunks. But it's one of those things.
Well, if Paddy can get a passport, anybody can.
Yeah, a passport. You pay a Mexican $75 to get you across. Yeah. Yeah, no, senor, I am picking fruit up in Canada.
But you're a bear.
We get a lot of Mexican folk up here picking fruit and stuff and vineyard work and whatnot where I live. And they're awesome because they just, they hang out outside the hotels where they're staying and whatnot, and they're having a few beer, and you'd be walking down the street and be like, hey, you know where we can get any grass or whatever. Oh, well, this was before it was legal, right? And you'd always meet them and hang out and stuff. They're awesome dudes. Yeah, very cool. Nowadays, yeah.
You want to buy some grass?
Yeah, they were cool. Same with the Aussies. They're the same way. They always coming up here doing that stuff.
Aussies and Mexicans. What a remarkable comparison.
Oh yeah.
For completely different cultural reasons.
Yeah, but they both still like the whole outdoorsy working in the trees thing and stuff, right? The Aussies love that stuff, You come up here for the whole spring, summer, fall. There's no rent to be paid. You don't have to live anywhere. You just camp out on the orchards and stuff you're working on. They pay you pretty well, especially if you're fast at the work. And the Aussies, holy God, are they good at that stuff. These guys show up in our valley and they make like $350 a day and then just go get drunk on the beach afterwards, right? Oh, yeah.
Racist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Heather
you do realize Australians and Mexicans and us, we all share like 99.9999999% the same DNA.
Yeah, but so do slugs and trees. So I'm not sure,
Well, slugs are great at picking fruit.
That's true. That's true. A little bit slow.
They're not very good at sharing it.
Yeah. Heather in the chat says, hey, you wouldn't believe the amount of Canadians here. She's in Mexico, right? She sent Felix up some cool stuff recently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Canadians love Mexico because it's where you can get that beautiful, sunny lifestyle and you don't have to be in the United States of America. We love Mexico.
So they got a reverse border problem.
Yeah. No, Canada and Mexico.
Can't keep the Canadians fucking out.
Yeah, Canada and Mexico have this constant flow, right? Hang on a
minute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out my geography on this. But you, hang on. You can't get to Canada from Mexico, can you? You got to go through America first, haven't you?
You can take a Boeing 747 and you got a 50% chance of getting there. But
already Boeing.
Yeah. Or you can take a rubber dinghy and just go up the Pacific coast or it's probably safer. Yeah.
There was a story about something like was it Chinese? I think it was Chinese who were smuggling turtles into Canada so they can fly them back to China because turtles. Nah, I like turtles.
Do these turtles have like a bucket list where they need to visit certain countries before they get sold to prospective buyers? What's going on here?
And then one exactly particularly rare turtles or anything like that. It was just like turtles. I mean, doesn't China have turtles?
Well,
I mean, if anything, Chinese people should be smuggling in pandas.
Yeah, because they seem to have to paint dogs to show that they actually have them. But I mean, turtles. We have turtles all through the up through the hills in our area and stuff. We have all these areas where it's like, please don't 4x4 here because you could hurt the turtles that and whatnot. Maybe we have assholes that don't pay attention to that. It sucks.
Maybe they were smuggling the turtles back, hoping they might turn into, radioactive superheroes.
Well, maybe they were actually smuggling the turtles back to Australia because the first Australian Christmas dinner was held over turtle. True story. Yeah. Some asshole British guy that was a penal colony fuck had Christmas dinner with an Aboriginal Australian guy, and they had turtle. No offense.
Yeah, but who brought the potato salad?
Yeah. I didn't make the mayo.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yeah, I got taught that in a TV show that was actually full of fact, not fiction. Or so.
Not the History Channel then.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't on the History Channel. I am in a situation where I have a need for something that's not here. So just give me 1 second. I'll be really quick. Well, I might not be because I don't even know where to find what I need, but I know I have it.
What, pussy? Just go outside. It's everywhere. You just get your packet of Dreamies and shake it, and they just come running.
Yeah, no, not in my area because we have lots of Chinese food shops. So, okay, I'm good. I got my.
I thought you were going.
What?
I thought you were going.
I did.
What did you do?
You're obviously looking at the wrong screen because I did get out of my chair.
Yeah. I saw you get out of the chair, and then it's like you're like back 2 seconds later. What the hell are you doing?
I'm sitting down now that I got what I wanted.
I'm not asking. Yeah. This could get too technical and too deep.
Don's in the chat says, Bud. No. See, I got my little Coca-Cola fridge I keep my beer in.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. What I didn't have was my little jar of Happy that I need these zigzag papers for. This is the black jar, and that's the CBD jar because I'm really creaky sore today, man. Oh, even the the lubrication of liquefaction, well, that's drinking beer, is not quite working. So I need a little bit more satisfaction. I can't get. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not a Stones guy. Well, I just proved that I'm not that drunk yet because I was able to say that, right? So,
it's like you don't have to take your happiness anally because that'll make a bad strain.
I'm not French.
Yeah, you're Canadian. You're close enough. Fuck it.
No, I'm West Coast, man. Don't that's them's war words. No.
Oh, now what? Now who's being racist?
No. That's languagist. Yeah, we got some weird shit going on between. I'm not going into it because that weird shit with Canadians and French Canadians. God, man, oh God, that's been going on for fucking years. Oh,
it's so strange.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, right?
It's like Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, without all the missile-y bits.
Yeah, without all the bombings.
Yeah.
But the hatred's there though. That's the funny thing about it.
Well, it's not so much hatred. It's that the French Canadians have a very old school, long, proud history of being Canadians, and they don't like just being, not them, but the old school hardliners don't like being wrapped in with everybody else. And so they've tried to do referendum twice where they were going to, break away and be their own thing. But, the third world aspects of running your own economy on a shoestring, women of prayer it didn't, but then they had the thing where they got real legal with the Canadian government, and we had to do this whole thing. It must have cost millions, where we had to declare them a distinct and separate society legally. And we also had to do the thing where we have two official first languages, even though Hindi or Cantonese is probably higher in percentage at this point.
Yeah.
Right. And there's been all this. It's constant. There's crazy rules where you go up into Quebec, and if you go to like a fast food restaurant where the menu's up on the wall, the English has to be smaller than the French, and they have these weird language laws where you're not allowed to address somebody in English first, and or something like that. And it's so contentious that the rest of the country is just kind of like, please get over yourselves. I live in Vancouver. I don't give a shit what you guys do over there. Do your own thing, but stop making it cost millions and millions and stopping the government and stuff just so that you can say, yes, we're different. Because everybody knows West Coasters are hippies. The Ontario crew in the middle around like Toronto and stuff, they're the wannabe Wall Street boys. Montreal is the old school East Coast of rock and roll, the way New Jersey and stuff and Detroit used to do it. And then our Maritimes are all Acadians and whatnot. And it's very much like Ireland and Britain and Scotland. So who gives a rat's ass, man? Just relax. All right. You know, it's cool.
Actually it's more like Wales.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, I do your thing. It's cool. I mean, I lived in Montreal for like 8 months. I've been to Quebec City many times playing in bands. I mean, Toronto, Ontario, Southern Ontario is the place to be if you're a Canadian musician. Vancouver's awesome, but we don't have anywhere near the clubs that Ontario and Quebec does, right? That's the place to be. Quebec's an awesome place. It's just these old school hardliners that are scared of the French culture and language being assimilated into the rest of Canada. And it never will be, because you've always got it being passed down and you've got the architecture and the history of the location and everything. It's fine. Relax. France hasn't been absorbed into, you know, Italy or Sweden or relax. You know,
I was gonna say that we seem to have a similar situation in Europe as well. I mean, I love the
you
French,
guys do it with your town councils. Oh, you can't put like, you know, a new roof on unless it's old slate or something and all that crap, right?
Let me finish my bit. Yeah, because France. I love French. You know,
so do I.
Not as much as we did in Agincourt, but but the French seem to have like a main apt sort of situation where they just seem to manage to piss people off really, really easily,
especially each other. That's why they all carry vests in their cars so they can have a strike on a moment's notice. Right?
It's a talent. It's a talent they seem to have.
They're a bit like Greeks in a few, where they get pretty hot under the collar at times, and then maybe the next day they're not so pissy about it, but they still burned your house down and kicked the shit out of your car. But I respect it.
Spanish, it's like the Spanish at the minute who are just absolutely hating on tourism. Absolutely hating on people who are coming over to the country and tourism. They built their fucking country on tourism.
Isn't that what Valencia is for?
They spent like the last 50, 60 years building the country on tourism, and now oh no, we don't want it anymore. And we hate tourism. You can fuck off. It's like, hang on.
Wow. That's a 180 flip. Yeah.
And of course we have a lot of people, expats who from Britain, who go and end up living abroad in Spain. They set up their own fucking little colonies.
Yeah. And now they got the pitchforks outside their front doors.
Well, actually, since Brexit, that's got a little bit harder for people with that. I don't know what's going on. I'm never going to be an expat in Spain, but
Well, and what was this?
Nancy over everybody else.
Speaking of like foreign places and stuff, there was that whole thing today that came up. Trump says he's going to replace taxes with tariffs. So Is he proposing that the United States become the world's biggest Monaco, a tax haven where instead of taxing the people, they just tax everybody else who supplies things for the people to buy? Because if you take taxes away from the people and apply it to tariffs instead, that just means that everything they buy is way more expensive. What's the difference, Donald?
That was the funny thing. I've seen economics.
Makes no sense.
Try to explain to Trump about the whole tariff thing, and he just doesn't seem to understand.
No.
He doesn't seem to understand. They don't pay. The China isn't paying the extra. If we put a tariff on something, China isn't paying for it. It's the people
I know.
who are import it are paying the extra. And he look at him, and he's just like deer in headlights.
I know.
Like, no, that's not how it is.
I know.
That's exactly how it works. Stop.
I know about as much about world economics as I do artificial insemination, and yet I was able to instantly see that this solves nothing.
This is a fucking businessman. This guy has businesses around the world.
I know.
How does he not understand?
How can you see that? Stupid.
Simple.
It's not even
what 1 + 1 = 2.
But
no, it doesn't.
It's not even how can you be so stupid. It's how can you be so ignorant when you already spent 4 years as the commander-in-chief? How can you be so out of touch with what? That's okay. I got one thing. Give me 1 second here. I'll put you on speaker. I got to turn the oven on quick so I can warm his supper up. Hold on.
Yeah. You can stick his head in it. It's not gas oven, is it? Don't forget to switch it on. Yeah, it's so bizarre. But
yeah. I mean, seriously, there's hippies that have run communes that have had better premises for running for office than this stupid asshole that has already had office.
Is it tonight or yesterday he did the Madison Square Gardens thing? The whole MAGA.
Wow.
Already.
Oh my God. I forgot.
People have been posting the images from 1936 of the America First Madison Square Gardens meet with all the fucking American Nazis. It's like, okay. That's a little bit unfair, but I understand where you're coming from.
I got to show everybody something here. We forgot to show this on Saturday when Starsky was on with us for the Ukraine update show, but Starsky had found this image. It's just starting to hit like the social media sites and whatnot. But we have a new design for the MAGA hats. And I think we finally nailed it. And the message is now clear, concise, and it actually cuts through the rhetoric so that you understand who MAGA really are.
Yeah, I think Elon's going to be wearing that.
Well, he's got some on his chin, so he might as well.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah. The information coming out now about the two brothers, the oligarch sons that were directly responsible for helping Elon buy Twitter. Because the funny thing is Twitter was what, 44 billion? Is that what it was? And Elon's listed as one of the richest men, but that's on paper. He doesn't have $44 billion to spend, right? And it turns out that they're oligarch blah, blah, Russian influenced and oh, yeah. But Elon, you're the king of free speech as long as somebody doesn't agree with you. And you put all the pieces together and you've got to say that it's starting to look like Elon's one of those crooked business screwballs who only looks like he's totally rich because he's actually part of like a big mobster oligarch scam and helping to legitimize, and he gets a lot of money because he has angles for them to be influential, and it's unbelievable.
Well, hasn't he practically already admitted that Trump has got to win, otherwise he's going to jail? I'm not too sure on what grounds, but
he said Trump's got to win or I'm properly fucked, totally fucked.
Oh yeah,
right?
I've seen connections with his businesses and the American government and how much he gets off it. We're not just talking SpaceX; it's all over the place.
Tesla,
he's getting
huge.
Tesla and what's not Interlink? What's it called? Neuralink.
Starlink. Neuralink.
Neuralink, Starlink. There's lots of government contracts that are involved in businesses.
He's the Tony Stark of the modern era, where all of his money and riches is coming from government funding now. Right?
The only problem is Tony Stark had a better heart.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, he didn't have as many children. I mean, Elon Musk is literally trying to create a farm at this point.
Yeah, but he names them all like silly, THX 1138. Just roll them off the production line.
Yeah. C3P mop my floor.
R2 screw you.
Yeah. BB for my future organs. I still say Trump's youngest. Sorry about your luck, but you're actually a clone and your existence is based on making sure your father can live longer. So I hope that your mother has a moment of clarity and grabs you up and runs you away so that you can live a full life.
Yeah. Run to Switzerland like the Von Trapp family. The hills are alive with the sound of Donald.
Oh no, don't do it. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I want to show you guys something if I can here. Let's see if it'll work. Okay.
Penis, is it?
No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. You haven't paid.
No, it doesn't. No, we know it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, yeah. I only do that for a fee. Here.
And so you can super chat Dick tonight.
Okay, it's a GIF, so I'm waiting for it to go around. Okay, hold on. But this is, without question, the greatest ping pong player you have ever seen in your life.
Hit it. Maybe the frame rate on the GIF isn't just like fast enough to catch the how fast that ball is moving.
But man, maximum effort. I mean, how can somebody be so bad?
Hit it.
And Don Stellan in the chat, that takes skill. It does,
They're just trying to waft it with the air.
I mean, if she'd have farted, it would have moved the ball more. You know, like it's just. Oh, I thought that was a funny one. How could somebody be that bad at it? You know. Or I put this in a community post recently, but let me show you just in case you didn't see it. Because this is one of those classic moments in the world that cannot be repeated. But this is a picture of the new electric buses in Mexico City. And if you'll notice, it's being powered by a gas generator.
Hey.
What's the fucking point?
They should have just had like a fucking steam engine or something.
Yeah. Coal. Yeah. Oh man. And the generator will be so inefficient compared to like a modern engine, right? You know, or something, you know. That's so funny.
Yeah, I got an idea. Why didn't you cut a big hole in the back of that bus, strap the generator in that is directly powered to the electric motors, and you just power it by diesel? Diesel electric.
Yeah.
There you
go. Yeah. It's funny because we've had that technology for how long, you know? Yeah. I got to make sure Felix doesn't see that picture because he'll be like, "Oh, another bus to collect. I want the Mexico City one."
No, he want the generator.
Yeah.
I want a model of the generator.
Yeah. That one bus, man. That one from Ireland. Jesus Christ. No. We got Nurse Sean in the chat with a $5 super chat here. Thanks, Nurse Sean. The Amazons were a real tribe 3,000 years ago in Ukraine. Wonder Woman was an Amazon. Why has nobody made the connection? Slava Wonder Woman. Oh my God. Really? Is that where it all comes out of and stuff? I love it. Because I always wondered, why were the people named Amazon nowhere near the river?
No, it's a warehouse.
Oh,
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, it's all about Bezos. Okay, yeah. But hey, that's cool. I should get Starsky to check that out and get me a few facts. That would be really cool.
We should get Starsky a Wonder Woman outfit. Wonder Woman. Wonder Starsky.
He gets off the stream. He walks around the corner. His girlfriend says, "Get the fuck out."
He gets into his invisible plane, goes fucking nowhere because his invisible plane is all imagination.
But what's the point of having an invisible plane when you're just an idiot sitting down, flying through the sky in it? Right?
Well, I don't know.
Because if you go and watch,
you have to talk to Skunkworks about that. I don't know.
If I remember correctly, the old 60s cartoon, you couldn't see her plane, but you could still see her sitting in the cockpit flying the damn thing. Oh, I think that's how it went. Which makes a lot of sense, you know. UTV.
Yeah. Invisibility in the TV and movie industry. Don't get it wrong. It was always like a cheap convenience to not have to build a thing. and film it.
Invisibility in TV and film. I'll say this: that cheesy Chevy Chase movie, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, for its time had some really cool invisibility effects in it.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I'm still a fan of that movie. I think I watch it every few years when drunk, you know. It's a good one.
Try watching it when you're sober. You might not like it so much.
You wouldn't like me when I'm sober. Okay, that we'll retitle PubChat "The Incredible Drunk." You wouldn't like me when I'm sober.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you. You were in a super chat.
Yeah, I was actually. UTV and Ham in the chat there. $5 super chat. He said, took our last UTV ride of the year. So there's that. Oh, putting the toy away, are you, UTV? I love off-roading toys and stuff. When my son was 3 years old, he used to sit in front of me on one of the Honda three-wheelers, and we'd go up through the trails and everything. And we had a blast. Loved it. Yeah, love that stuff very much. Had a few of those three-wheelers. You know, people say they're death traps and stuff. They're just not. You just have to know how to ride it. It's not that difficult.
Or you die.
Yeah. Well, you can sure screw it up, but they were a blast. They were awesome. They're so much lighter and smaller than the big, bulky quads. You could get through foresty areas better and whatnot. They just weren't meant to be rode that fast. And that's the problem. People would get it all bouncy and screw up in the corners, I love them, though. There's a thing with the whole idea. Like, think of a quad, right? When you're driving and then you turn left, once you're 90 degrees to the inertia, you were driving this way, so your inertia is going this way, and you're 90 degrees to the inertia. That's where your two tires on the outside are like straight to the direction of inertia, and that's kind of like the lever point. That's where you tip. But as you go into the corner and the tires start to go to that point, you feel the thing leaning and you counter lean naturally, and you just simply drive around the corner, right? That's what the way a quad works, or a UTV, like he's saying, and a side-by-side or whatever, right? But with the trike, the three-wheelers that were the death traps, it's a triangle. So as you start to turn into the corner, the front tire and the outside rear tire make that straight line, the flipping point, 90 degrees of the direction of inertia, very quickly into the turn. And that makes it want to flip. So on a three-wheeler, you just counter lean before you turn and take the corner. That's all you have to do. Make sense? It does to me, but yeah.
I always wanted one of those like buggy things they used to ride around in. You remember
the Odyssey?
Splits? No, the banana splits. Remember the banana splits? No, Saturday morning TV.
No,
never mind. But they had those like six wheeler. But I think they used them in Space 1999 as well. But like these big fiberglass body things. You just sit in it and it's got like six wheels and you like bounce around.
Oh, there's a Canadian company that famously makes those. What are they called? Felix and I had one when he was like 5 years old. 6 wheels underneath and they float and go over water and everything. Damn it. They have the tank steer thing going on, with the clutches for the drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was
what was that thing called? We had one of those for like a year and a half, and then some guy offered me more than it was worth, and I was like, yeah, take it. Yeah. Damn it. Mine had the full cage and the tarps that are the fitted stuff that went over it to make it so you could like drive it in the rain and stay dry and everything. Oh yeah. Damn it. What the hell was that thing called?
Yeah, they look like a lot of fun.
Oh, it was brilliant. Not the fastest thing, but you could go anywhere you wanted. There was nothing that could stop you, right? I remember the first time we took it up to a lake. We'll leave it at that. And yeah, we had it running and it was awesome. And we were going around the little trails having a blast. And then I steered her down to the lake and we went across and it was badass. That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was
K,
really
K
cool.
and K says dune buggies. No, not quite dune buggies.
No, they have the wheels almost touch, and there's 3 wheels on each side of the unit, or 4 for the bigger ones, and you can seat 4 people, and it really looks like a bit of a boat as much as anything.
Yeah. So KK says, Snork is always my favorite banana split because his name didn't rhyme anything. Yeah, there's Snooper, Drooper, blah, 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 and Snork.
La 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 la.
Yeah. What are they called?
He's looking.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh, damn it. What are they called? I cannot remember what they're called. Argo. It's called an Argo. Yeah. Here.
As in Jason and the Argonauts.
Well, sort of. That's the more sporty model there.
Oh, that's definitely a newer version. Not the same as
yeah. The one I had
split.
was 20 years older than that, but that's what we're talking about, right? Damn things are brilliant. You can go anywhere in them. They're not fast, but they're great fun. The one I had was more like that, more of a utility one than sport, right? But the wheels were closer together. This is bigger.
Yeah, they're big wheels on that. Yeah, the one I remember is much smaller wheels.
Yeah. And mine had 4 seats, but you were shoulder to shoulder. It's not a big thing, right? It was awesome. It was cool. But it was clunky, right?
Yeah, but that's what the Sinclair C5 should have been.
Yeah. Do you imagine Britain, everybody driving around on Argos down the road to go to work? That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Take a corner, tear up the pavement. Who cares?
Dress as a banana split. Going, la, 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 la.
La, 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 la. Yeah.
See, you did it.
Yeah, I know that one. I just don't know what it's from.
Banana splits.
Oh. Okay. See, I don't know that. I just know the song. I have to put pizza in the oven, so I need like a minute here. Okay.
Yeah, I need to go and drain the piece.
Well, too bad for you. You got to wait a minute.
I'm gonna have to wait, and I'll just let it all weep. Let it weep here while I wait. Hang on, isn't that a classic song? I sit here while it weeps. No, think of something else. He's gotta put a pizza in the oven. He's gonna put a pizza in the oven. Okay, I'll chat, see what you guys are talking about. No, I don't know what you're talking about in the chat. Countdown, 1 minute. What, to what? To what, PJ? For going up and doing his thing. Yeah. He's gonna put the pizza in the oven. Some of us vampires like garlic. It must be French vampires. What's going on in the chat? You're like just like sharing recipes or something. Do you have any time? Yeah. Just a bit of cooking. There's one thing we do run out on this show is time. Actually, we're running a little bit over time. You still putting these? Yeah, there we go. Heather Wiley says, I have to chop some garlic and the knives that I provided the apartment. So, yeah, you're all cooking something in the background here. Cumin is key. Parsley. What the fuck are you? What are you kids in the chat talking about?
What do we got going on?
Which sausages do you prefer? The edible ones.
Ones that don't come from trousers.
Trouser sausage.
Not my thing. Oh.
I'm just laughing at the fact that they're all like sharing recipes in the background of the chat. They're not even fucking listening to us anymore.
Would you?
No.
You know, they're only here to hang out with each other. It has nothing to do with us anymore.
Yeah. What we should do is just end the stream and just let the chat just roll on and just.
Yeah, we'll just put on some lo-fi chill and let everybody talk, and I'll go and clean the bathroom or something, right?
Well, we did that before. That actually worked out quite a big hit.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
I need to take my horse to see a man.
All right.
And back in a minute.
So go back, everybody. Go back to the day you got your license. You're driving your parents' car at first, right? Of course, everybody was. Well, almost everybody. And then you got your first car. Was it a cool car? A shitty car? Did you care? And ultimately, was it a path to freedom, or was it a part of your identity as well? You know what I mean? Because to some people, the car was a thing, was to me. And, to other people, it was just, I don't care because I can leave and do my thing whenever, But what was your first car? And did you love it because of the car it was, or because of what it did to your life? Right? That's the way to ask the question. There we go. Right? We got a 72 Beetle for Dawn. That's a good one. I absolutely love the sound of a well-running air-cooled engine. Older Porsche, VW, don't care. Awesome. Oh, I love it. Sounds so good. Yeah. Jenny Johnson in the chat there. Toyota hatchback. Didn't care for it, but it ran. So yeah, for you, it was all about what the car gave you, not the car, right? I think that's a lot of people. I truly do, Shayna in the chat there on the Shills account, 88 Mustang LX, always breaking down, still love the freedom. Oh, yeah, that's a good call, 88, the LX for sure. Yeah. That way the back seat isn't too big, so you won't end up coming home pregnant, but you can still fit a keg of beer, right? That's what the small back seat hatchbacks were always good for. Hillman Minx. Oh, wow. David Kendall in the chat. Hillman. Wow. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Being a Canadian, no chance of that. Right. But I'm a real car person, and I watch a lot of British car content, so I know the car. Yeah, Chrysler Sebring convertible. That is slick looking car. I still like those very much. Where am I here? Oh, Heather had a 77 Nova 6-cylinder. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Had to do the carburetor on it too. That's a good lesson to learn. You know how many people right now, even like mechanics, couldn't even set a carburetor properly? I once balanced a set of Webers on an older British car. That was really cool. But being a musician, you got that thing where I can tune a guitar and whatnot. So you could tune the sound of the air intake through the carburetor and get it was really cool. I love that kind of stuff. It's almost an art form as much as it is like, a talent.
Oh dear, you got him talking about cars.
Yeah, but I got everybody doing it, so never mind.
I'll shut up then.
Yeah. UTV and Ham's got a great one. A 69 Opel Cadet Royale. Wow. What a cool car. Awesome. That eventually...
Hang on. An Opel Cadet was the same as a Vauxhall Chevette.
Yeah. But the Opel Cadet is the one that was Oliver in Top Gear, and as such, it's a cool car.
Oh, that vintage. Okay,
yeah. Well, his is newer, but still, probably same chassis underneath.
Well, less rusty.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl Jacobson in the chat there. Second car was a 67 Chevy Nova. Oh yeah, good car. Very cool. Jonesy in the chat, Datsun 120Y. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, buddy of mine had one of them. Yep. Yeah, had tiny little drum brakes that were kind of like taking a pie plate and a milk bottle cap and using them as friction plates to stop a car. Probably about close. Oh, yeah. What else have I missed here? Let me just read through, Carl there, 57 pink and black Rambler Rebel. Oh, wow. That's a cool one. Oh, yeah. Very cool. PJ CNET was a Vauxhall Chevette. I actually liked the Chevy Vauxhall Chevette because unlike most of them, it was rear wheel drive. Right. And as such, you get yourself a manual. You could still kick the ass end out and whatnot and beat the shit out of that little thing.
Yeah, I always wanted to take my Vauxhall Chevette, which was a hatchback, so I wanted to turn it into like a Vauxhall kind of like version of the DeLorean time machine.
Did you put piano hinges on the doors and do the flip ups?
It would have been such a twat wagon, but I love to have done it.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Well,
hey, are your pizzas on a timer? Because they'll be done.
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure I set the timer. Fuck. Hold on one sec.
Yeah. Don't want to overdo those pizzas. Don't want burnt pizzas for tea. No. I am here just, I'm here. I'm useful. Just to make sure those pizzas don't get burnt. Hey, you know what? Oh, he's back.
You're good right. Thought. Yeah, good thought. They're not quite ready yet. I do it at a low temperature, so I'm not recooking them. It's just a slow heat, right. So it's not,
burn them.
Yeah, I don't like that, And neither does he. So, I don't want to hear it. Holy Lord, thunder and Jesus. Yeah, we've gone a bit long, but that's okay. You can do that every now and then, right?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, you should be cooking this, off air, and we should have ended it a long time ago. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. We got We got a couple of
He's
more.
He's going to start doing his ironing in a minute.
Yeah.
But watch out for that.
Yeah. No, we got a couple of more car shout outs to do. So, formerly known as, had a Suzuki 3-cylinder 800cc 0 to 60 in 10 minutes. That would be the Suzuki Firefly, would it not? It was a pizza delivery person's favorite car for years up around Canada because it was so economical. And then we had Commander Prankster. First car was a 76 Chevy van, creeper camper, converted with a 350 V8. I can only imagine what your girlfriend's old man thought at the time. You show up in a van. He shows up with a shotgun at the front door. I had myself.
What's the shotgun for? To start the engine?
Yeah.
Shotgun gun.
No, just so that, dad can be seen with it, right? But I had myself like a 76 Chevy Vandera or something with the full couch and little sink set up and everything in the back for a bit. And yeah, it was really cool to have, but the image. Oh, shit.
Did you hang out with a tall blonde guy, and did you bring your dog with you? With there was a cute chick, red haired, and a dark haired girl. Not quite so cute, but you go out and solve mysteries every now and then.
Yeah, no, it was yeah. I would have made a good Shaggy, for sure. Yeah, you almost did that. That was funny, man. Oh, that was good. But I was always more of a sports car guy. I did the van thing once. I did the pickup thing twice. A small pickup, and then years later, a big one.
Yeah. But you also went full on. The Mustang with the eagle on it.
No, not the Mustang.
No, not
Trans
Mustang.
Am. Yeah,
Trans Am. Sorry, yeah. I'm just thinking the Burt Reynolds.
Yeah,
look,
my first car that was mine was the Smokey and the Bandit car. Right. One sec. The pizza is done now. Hold on.
The pizza is done. The pizza is done. Everybody like the pizza is done. Yeah, what's the pizza is done song that I just wrote myself right now? Live. Improv. That's what you want. Oh dear God. All right, okay. So Dick's talking about cars. What was your great? Tell me your shit cars. What about the shittiest cars you ever had? I had a Vauxhall Beaver that you had to put the heating on just to keep the engine cool. Didn't matter what temperature it was outside, but you had to keep the heater running. Just otherwise the car overheated. The Yugo. Oh, yeah, that sounds pretty shit. Hang on, what's this? Commander Prankster says, I'm going to DL this stream to save the audio clip of Dunk singing, the pizza is done. Is it for my timer app? Hang on, let me do a cleaner version. The pizza is done. The pizza is done. Oh, the timer has gone off. The pizza is done. Bing. There you go. You can grab that clip. Send me a script. I'll do it. Yeah, next time. Next time we're doing another show. PJ. Yeah, his dad has a Vauxhall Beaver, brand new in 1972. He fit an extra fan to kill the engine after he got stuck overheated in a safari park in Akira traffic. Not the best place to break down is in the safari park when all the lions and the tigers want to jump on your car and just Hey, son, get out, and pour some cold water on the engine, would you? My dad, there's lions and tigers and giraffes. They're gonna eat me. Get out, son. Get out, son. Just do it. Just pour the water. It says the ranger came out of gas. Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, pizza fed or beast fed or
Beast fed.
Yeah, exactly. An empty pit it can now be filled. Okay.
We just like throw it in this room and go. It's like that scene in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly.
They drop the cattle into the velociraptor pen.
Yeah, when I have food, especially that has melted cheese, I dare not get more than 6 feet close. Right, that's it. People have lost limbs. His mother is like a war amputee at this point, right? So, 2:41. I mean, we've been almost 3 hours now. We should probably, there's children out there that are dehydrating and hungry, and there's pets that need to be rubbed and petted and fed, and
I don't think our audience gives a fuck.
Yeah, they're too drunk to take care of each other, let alone themselves.
Fuck them, let them die.
Yeah. Our audience is the type to give their kids goldfish because they're flushable and repurchasable.
Yeah,
right,
and delicious.
Yeah, especially when battered with really fat fries that are done properly and soft on the inside.
It's funny. You never go down to the pet store and be able to get like a tuna or a cod.
Yeah, it'd be great if they were cheaper that way. I'd have aquariums. I'd raise my own cod and lobster, and
yeah. I've got some cod like I throw into the aquarium, but they're coated in breadcrumb. I'm not too sure. That works.
Yeah. Do they grow from that? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah. Is this like planting a bean? Like
it's like those fucking sea monkey things. Why didn't you get like sea monkeys that like grow up to big fucking prawns and you could actually just like throw them on the barbecue afterwards? No, they just stay there like tiny little fucking useless shrimp things.
Yeah, and on the box they make it look like there's a king and a queen and everything.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah,
they got fake little faces on them and everything.
Yeah.
Like, there you go, kids. Here's a bag of lava.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Here's an infestation that you can call pets. Right? It's like those fucking home ant kits. Who didn't have ants in their homes after doing that? I didn't do it, but right? There's no way you can't end up with an ant colony in your home after that, right?
I don't mind ants. They're cool. They're gonna take over the world one day. They're smart.
They already have. You just don't know it yet.
Hey, have you seen the film Phase 4?
No. What happened to 1, 2, and 3?
You're like Phase 4. No, you won't. Yours a horror film. And it's got ants. It's got ants in it. It's brilliant. It's actually a brilliant film.
How do you have ants as a, oh no, the ants are coming. I'm scared. Oh, I stepped on them.
You haven't seen Phase 4. Do you remember the film Them? Remember Them? Which was just like fucking giant ants and people in shooting at giants. Never seen Them? It's a classic old 50s movie. Okay. Waste my time. It's a good job we don't do a movie review channel.
Actually, we'd be great at it because we totally look at things completely differently.
Yeah, I watch the movies and you don't.
That's not true. I watch good movies and you don't.
No, I watch good movies too, and you don't watch them either. So
But
just
yeah,
shut
okay.
the fuck up.
But if you watch good movies, you never talk about them, whereas I do.
No. Hey, what? Hang on.
Well, I've never heard you mention any, but you say you do. So
I just mentioned half a dozen tonight that you've never seen. So,
point taken.
is this a fight? Put him. Put him.
Yeah, no. We'll have an argument, but
let's do a movie review channel on movies that only you want to watch.
no. We could do a thing where 1 week you recommend the movie, next week I do, and you know.
Yeah, we do that. And it's called Dick Dawson Doesn't Watch the Movie That Dunk Recommends.
No, but at this point, it's not homework. If I had to, it would be different, right? You know?
Right.
Right.
There you go.
But I would have the attitude of somebody who had to watch it. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, the likelihood is that I've already seen the movie that you'd recommend to me. Unless it's a Marvel movie, which is probably I haven't seen it. But, yeah,
I wouldn't.
We could go that route if you want.
I wouldn't recommend anybody watch a Marvel movie, though. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm just thinking. What movies? Okay, Mr. Dawson.
Okay.
Sit there in your fucking high uppity mode, snooty nosed kind of fucking attitude.
Okay.
Recommend me a movie. Recommend me a movie, and I'll watch it, and we'll discuss it next week.
Flowers in the Attic.
What the fuck is that about?
I'm not telling you. Go and check it out. But somebody in the chat's going to know what I'm talking about, and I'm right.
Is it on Pornhub?
Not quite.
Do I have to go to the specialist counter to see this movie?
Actually, you might need a little specialist help afterwards. It's but
is it on the Plex?
I'll
Put it
on. Yeah.
Okay, put it on the Plex. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Okay.
I haven't seen it in years, but I remember the effect it had when I watched it. So,
Oh dear. And it made you the man you are today.
No, it did not.
Anybody see this? Is he backing me into a corner here?
Jenny in the chat says that's a horror movie, Dick, but it's not gore and guts. It's psychological and stuff, and I like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's as a book, it's even better. I did it again. I did that twice today.
Well, you read 2 books.
I've read quite a few, actually.
Yeah, and I thought you would. I thought you read how to learn Microsoft Basic as an idiot.
Yeah,
those sort of like books. Yeah. No. Okay. No. Okay. Put the movie on Plex. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it wherever it takes.
Yeah. Okay.
Heather Wiley says butterfly effect. Mess with me. Oh, hang on.
Yeah. That's a good one too.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a different movie. What was the one you said?
Flowers in the Attic.
Flowers in the Attic.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it. I'll have to go and look that up. I'll do it later.
Don't look it up and read anything about it. Don't do that.
No. I just want to see who did what and when. What and not the.
Oh, it's not
the plot.
It's even then. Don't. Yeah, it's not worth it. Just watch it. Just
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it and see. Yeah, go for it. I'll take it on, and then you got to do the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have to take into consideration. Hold on. you have to take into consideration the movie that I proposed when proposing something and not just go, hold on a minute, though. I might have a different choice.
Oh, well, I'll do both.
No, you know what? The movie that I would propose you watch and then we have a chat about is not that movie, although it's awesome and we will have to do that. But this is going to be a thing. Him and I are going to start doing this. I want you to watch, and I'm sure it's in the Plex server already. If not, I'll put it in. The Man from Earth.
That sounds familiar.
It has a special effects budget of not zero.
The Man from well, how old is it? How old is it?
Maybe 15 years or something. And it's literally a zero budget movie, and it's really good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go with that one then. Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, because I do like films that are like what you're talking about, like zero budget, but they use the imagination to fill in all the fucking gaps of visual effects that it's easy. It's easy if you've got a budget. I've got to go flip with CGI and visual effects and all that kind of shit. But no, if you don't have it, dude, you have to be good filmmaker.
This movie takes place in a living room.
Okay.
Right? That's it. And it is flipping badass. I remember like the person that told me about it was like, at first you're just gonna go absolutely not, but you've got to stick and watch. And it's one of those gems. It's one of those movies you wish you could rewatch for the first time again, because there's no other watch of it is gonna be like the first.
The film like I Am Legend and the whole what was the Vincent Price version of that called? Like The Last Man on Earth or something like that. And it's all about the zombie bloody invasion. There was a amateur filmmaker who made a version of it, and it was like you say, it was literally just like shot in his basement, and a few scenes outside the house.
Yeah,
and that was it. No effects, no budget, no zombies. All you heard was the sound of them.
Yeah.
Coming together. And it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. But it's just like a YouTuber made this film, and it's better than the Hollywood version.
There's this is the thing for me. I don't need all of the brouhaha and yada yada and stuff. Like, to me, one of the greatest movie moments of my life was Reservoir Dogs. And even with the super cheesy ear scene with the cop and stuff that was just horrible because they had no budget or whatever, that movie is just a masterpiece of storytelling. And that's all I need in a story. I'd like it if the story is science fiction, but
Yeah. What was who was the director who did that? I can't remember his fucking name now. Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. I really dislike Tarantino, but fuck does he crank out a decent movie.
But Reservoir Dogs is the epitome of how to make a low budget movie. It's freaking amazing. You know?
Except it wasn't low budget, but he did a.
Well, it is pretty low budget compared, right? Yeah.
But he's always like managed to like pull stuff out of fucking rabbits from that. Pulp Fiction is an amazing movie.
Yeah. Elizabeth just mentioned that one. Yep.
It's a piece of shit, but
But it's awesome. You know?
But that's the whole point, you know. Dusk Till Dawn.
That movie is 2 movies in one, and when it does the whole flip thing, the first time I watched it, I was like, "Oh, I'll never get to experience this like it is this moment. Just absorb it." That was awesome, man.
Yeah,
You know?
it was like Easy Rider, mixing with the the Chainsaw Massacre sort of thing. It's like two movies slammed together.
Yeah, the creepiness of the whole motorhome abduction thing, and then all of a sudden it's just okay, we're together now. Let's fight for our lives. Good, yep, good. Like that was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
but it's not as intense. But it's not as intense as a story and a pull you in as Reservoir Dogs. To be honest, it's just better. You know.
Have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
No.
Have you seen that one? Because I'm
That's
not too. Yeah, that's his film.
Isn't it like a war movie?
Yeah, it's the Second World War, and I'm not too keen on it because it gets into like real fantasy mode at the end where they're like having a fucking shootout with Hitler in a theater and all that kind of shit. I don't know, but the first
isn't that one with Christian Slater where he plays
no.
There's a really shitty American movie where Christian Slater plays "We Will Never Surrender."
No, that's Churchill, the Hollywood years.
Yeah, that's awful.
No, it's not. It's awful. It's genius. But no, the thing about Inglourious Bastards, there's the first scene where this Nazi officer turns up to someone's house and he's just like questioning him about whether he's got like Jews hiding underneath his basement,
like raisins, but Jews.
Oh my god, it's so fucking it's so dark and so creepy, your skin crawls for every single time this guy's I have a glass of milk. I have a glass of milk. Yeah, it's incredible.
I don't mind watching that kind of character in a movie that's like gangsters and stuff, but I have a problem watching that behavior from like Nazis and stuff because it's so like real. I actually don't watch a lot of World War II content.
Yeah. This is not the same kind of like World War II content you've seen. Yeah, that first scene in that movie is just like fucking a masterpiece. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not too keen on the rest of it.
Yeah. I don't know it offhand, but I'll check it out because I mean I have found over time that no matter where Tarantino goes, I seem to be willing to follow because through all of the madness, like Elizabeth in the chat there, Kill Bill 1 and 2, through all of the madness and stuff that happens in some of his films, there's a core thread that pulls you through. He's got a knack for storytelling through madness,
Yes, I'll admit that.
Yeah,
he is a master at it.
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't crank him out. I mean, I think he limited himself to like so many movies. Or was like 7 or 9 movies, and that's it. That's his career done. He's decided.
He would rather take a couple of years off and not burn out and stuff and regroup and reshuffle than just do the whole madness thing. There's a lot to respect there, right? Yeah.
Apart from the guy's a fucking idiot,
Yeah.
Personally, I would just like smack him with the chops.
Yeah.
Fucking hate him. But movie wise, he's done some amazing stuff.
Yeah. Arthur in the chat was saying I started watching all the Bond films. I was just about to add the entire Bond collection to our Plex server to do the same thing. I've done that a couple of times in life. Well,
Yeah, they're a bit
funny
hit and
enough.
miss.
Funny enough, my son of all the Bonds, Timothy Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many was he in? What, like 2?
two.
Was it 1?
No, what's his name? The other guy was the one that was in 1, and he was such a handful as an actor that his career fizzled out right after that movie.
Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, but he was good in the role.
Yeah, sort of.
You know, the movie is not.
He was a little bit wooden. A little bit.
Well, but I think you know that was the direction of the era and the acting and stuff, right? I you know, you got to put some of that there, I think. But
No, I agree.
what the fuck was his name?
George Lazenby.
That's it. Yeah. I usually remember his name because Lazenby is the guy Simon that now hosts the Formula One coverage on Sky F1, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how I remember it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Oh, I have not watched the Mexican Grand Prix. Do not put spoilers in the live chat or I will ban you from this channel as fast as I can find out how to do it. Because I don't actually know how.
The Mexicans won.
Yeah, are you kidding? Sergio Perez got knocked out of first round qualifying. It did not happen that way. That poor boy, Sergio Perez is such a cool guy, but his mojo was like left on the shelf like a season ago. I think he's aware of his own mortality, and as such, it's never going to work again, right?
You know, whatever you say, girlfriend.
Yeah. I won't go into an auto racing chat here. I'll stop.
I haven't a fucking clue.
Oh yeah, I'll start talking about the aerodynamic differences of the McLaren from 2 races ago. It's not good. It'll get out of hand.
Okay. I've got to interrupt you. You know, either put it in the green room or tell me now. What's the movie I'm supposed to watch?
The Man from Earth.
The Man from Earth. Okay.
There's a part 2, The Man from Earth, Holocene. Make sure it's the first one, but I'll put them both in the Plex. I'm not sure if they're in there or not. I'll take a look here.
I just popped it in the green room so I can remember it.
Yeah.
Not the Man Who Fell from Earth.
No.
Have you seen that one? Man Who Fell from Earth.
I haven't.
David Bowie.
Oh God, no. I don't like rock stars in movies. It never ends well. I don't like that.
It's the story of Elon Musk. That's all I can say. If you've ever seen it,
the man who fell from his own anus. What?
He comes to Earth. He comes to Earth. Sells his devices, his patents. He creates a whole lot of patents.
Yeah.
Sells them, for like, here's my new music player,
right?
A crystal, and sells for millions. Oh, he then goes off to build a rocket company.
Oh,
so he can go back home. This is the story of Elon Musk.
Yeah. Oh my God. So you mean if we were to just hijack one of those rockets and stick his punk ass in there, he would just simply go home?
He's gonna go home. E.T.
Oh man. People, do you hear this? We have a way out now. Do you hear this? You hear this? We have a way out.
We could put Trump on the same rocket.
That's funny. Actually, no, we would strap him to the side as like a security measure in case the Russians try to shoot it down. We have a strong Republican ready to defend our rockets. I stole that from South Park. Anybody know what I'm talking about from the movie? It's really racist. I don't want to get into it.
It's really racist. I want to get into it.
Yeah. They in the South Park movie when they're doing the war against Canada, they have a regiment of soldiers that are all black, and they strap them to the tanks and the planes as protective measures. It's so bad.
God.
Yeah.
How did they manage to get away with it?
Yeah, they even and the rest of the black soldiers were in the company that had to stand at the front of the battle, and the operation was called "Get Behind the Darkies."
No,
Yeah.
no, you're kidding me.
Yeah, and Chef, the black guy from the school, says to the general, "Have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?" And the general says, "Well, I don't listen to hip hop." Yeah, yeah,
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
yeah. I almost died. And then he tries to use the holographic projector, and Saddam Hussein, who is Satan's gay lover, is screwing with it, saying, "Coming to get ya." And the general gets all pissed off and yells for Bill Gates to be brought in the room. And he says, "You told us Windows 98 would be faster, more efficient, with better access to the internet." And Bill goes, "It is faster with over." And the general just pulls his gun out and shoots him square between the eyes, man. And at that point, when I was watching that movie, because I had bootlegged it, right, I had to pause and roll around on the ground laughing because I'm an Apple user by heart, right? So, you know. Oh my God, I almost died laughing. One of the greatest scenes in cinema history.
It's so funny. It's so funny, you know, because you and me are like big Monty Python fans, and they were all kind of like always like
Huge. Yeah.
yeah, but they were always like, you know, deconstructing the life the way we see it.
Yeah, the
And
human
then-
condition, right? You know, yeah.
And the people that behind South Park,
Same
go,
thing.
right? Okay, hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, it's like they took it to like the same with Family Guy and things like that. I know you're not a fan of Family Guy,
Yeah.
but you know, it's the same sort of thing. They take, you know, oh, Monty Python, oh, they were funny. Not quite funny enough.
Yeah.
Quite. Not. Yeah. You were disturbing. Oh, we can go disturbing.
Yeah, exactly.
And these guys are like just taking it to like a new fucking level.
Oh yeah.
Just and like you say, it's racism, but it's kind of not. It is racism, but it's an it's anti-racism at the same time.
It is like, anti-racism because when you pick on everybody fairly, you're not making fun of anyone. You're just simply pointing out the folly of humanity.
Yeah. You're making a folly out of the fucking
the stereotypes and the
attitudes of people towards other people.
Right, you know,
and it needs to be done. Otherwise, we're fucked as a world.
I totally agree. That whole sugar puff version of the world where we can't say anything to offend anyone. Are you kidding? Say anything you want to offend me, and if it's a good joke, I'll laugh along with you and go get us a beer. You can't be that quick to offend. You know, there's something called comedy, you know, like fuck.
It always makes me laugh about the N word. Yeah. Rappers.
Stop. This one doesn't sell in North America. No, don't.
Yeah, I mean, what was I say? But it's just so funny they can use it all the time.
I totally agree. You can't have a word that one person can use and the other can't, because for one person it's fine and the other person it's bad. That creates division, and I like how does some white kid growing up listening to hip hop go out and sing with his friends in a band when he can't say 20% of the words in the song?
Because it's not,
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's very confusing,
Yeah, but the funny thing is, it's us white people invented the word. So
yeah. Easy now, but you know what I mean? Like,
But that's what I hate about racism is it's so racist.
yeah, you know.
Even when you're not trying to be racist, you end up being racist, and by not being racist, you're being racist by being racist.
But
Hang on a minute, I'm confused.
Here's the thing: break it down to what it really matters. Is hip hop black music, and as such, is it like supposed to be something that tells the story of the past and promotes the future and so on and whatnot? If so, you can do it the way Public Enemy did it, and they never had to resort to these gangster rap tactics and stuff. And there's many cases where that didn't need to be. I personally believe that whole thing comes from it's basically swearing, but we can get away with it, so it gets through on the airwaves and stuff, and it's almost marketing at this point,
Well, the strange thing about it is when it comes down to it, when you have the kid rappers doing all that stuff, and they're flaunting themselves over. I've got gold necklaces. I'm hanging over
always the money folds
drooping myself over like fast cars.
Yeah,
and I got some bitches who got no clothes on while I wear a puffer jacket. It's like,
I know.
What? Hey, you talking about American history or what?
and the whole thing with my bitches and whatnot, when all that stuff started with gangster rap, I don't know about you cats in the chat, but it's my experience when you refer to your significant other as my bitch that you don't have a good day.
I've noticed she doesn't like it.
Yeah,
I've tried.
I've never found a situation where it worked.
Yeah.
It's just
even if I've got a Lamborghini parked outside.
So we were trying to end the show about an hour ago. That worked well. How y'all doing? Now we're just digging our own graves. Anybody out there good with stonework? Because we could use a few headstones. We're amazing at being complete pricks, but somehow we get away with it.
It's not. Come on, surely the people in the chat, give us a thumbs up, because we're being honest about it, aren't we?
No, we're when I say, hold on.
That's one of the things that pisses me off about all this is the dishonesty about, it's all, all music, no, we're being fucking honest about it.
Yeah, when I say, being complete pricks or whatever, I mean to the woke community, not to people who actually have to, get to bed because they wake up at 7 a.m. regardless if they want to or not.
It's Arthur says you're running for politics. Maybe we would actually fit into a MAGA crowd quite nicely. Not that we'd want to, but
KK's Gigi in the chat says, "Why? Who needs to be bricked up, Dawson?" She's caught on to the Arwen joke about bricking somebody up on the show. We have to do that again. We have to invite an asshole on the show as a guest so we can do the brick him up thing and put him in jail, you know?
Hey, PJ, you still awake?
Jesus. We're the nicest people to our team. No.
PJ's laughing. He knows it. Because I mean, the poor old PJ. He spent years being on the channel, listening to us, and getting shit from us all the time.
Yeah, but you know what? The most amazing thing right now is there is people that used to be on the air on this channel who are no longer on the air on this channel and are absolutely furious that PJ CNET's one of the most important people on this channel. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah. You're right there, girlfriend.
It's so funny. And every time I think about it, I run to the beer store to get a 6-pack so I can thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, PJ, you just got to laugh your little tits off every single time because what he's saying is so true. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And we talk about it in the background. You're a credit. You're a credit to this channel. You're a credit to our community. You're a credit to our team. You're fantastic.
Without PJ CNET, the 42 show wouldn't be as slick as it is. Absolute fact, bar none, nothing. Without him, that show wouldn't be what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. That's why we say in the credits now, he runs the newsroom, right? Because it's, you know.
And we will drag him in to a pub chat at some point if he can be fucking bothered to plug his mic in.
Yeah, I still want to hear the story about that time that he was out camping and woke up and his girlfriend was actually, you know, not his girlfriend. It was Bigfoot and his girlfriend was out picking strawberries. Like, it's a strange story, but, you know, he'll tell it, you know.
Hey, it'd be good to have on.
Furry hands work well. I'll tell you that. I'll just,
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Listen to me. You know, you talk about the 42 show on Halloween. Now, PJ has been a
very naughty boy. No, what?
No, he's been part of like not like ghost busting, but you know, he's been part of yeah, not helping. What do you
like I ever do.
But he's been part of the community that's been, you know, looking into, like, you know, he's been ghost chasing and all that sort of stuff. You know, on the Halloween show. Yeah, it'd be great to come in because I'd like to do some more, like, you know, bring up some of the creepy stories that's happened. We had one in PJ. You know, you put it in the other day. There's like a creepy story about, you know, footprints, blah blah blah. Yeah, we should save it for the Halloween one.
I remember. And PJ put a story in the chat about how he got to meet Elon Musk at a rocket launch and he touched him inappropriately. That was creepy.
That's not the one I remember, but yeah, no, PJ should definitely come on the on that Halloween night, and we can talk about spooky stuff.
Yeah. What do you guys think in the chat? Should we get PJ a proper microphone so he can join like the PubChat shows and stuff? Do you guys want to see PJ join the shows?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. We'll get him an avatar. Yeah. We'll get Eddie Torres, the extra testicle from Cheech and Chong.
He could use my extra testicle if he wants. Yeah. So there you go, PJ. It's a date. You've been cornered into it.
Yeah, no, come on, PJ. It's Eddie Torres, the extra testicle.
Yeah, you know, come on, PJ. You know, come on. I mean, I don't. Let's be fair. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in none of that kind of supernatural shit. But PJ, you have been part of it. So on Halloween night, I'll open up. I'll open up like a flower of a vagina.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. Hold on a second here.
Yeah. Come on the show. You got a strange idea what a vagina looks like, but that's a you problem, not mine.
Oh my God, we are truly plumbing new depths here this evening, fellow babies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the thing is, he says I've experienced a lot of stuff over the years. So PJ, that's a date. You definitely got to come on the Halloween show.
Trust me, if you go on a date with Dunk, you've never experienced anything like that before.
Hey, I did eventually get married. Couldn't have been all that bad.
So
so PJ, Dick is going to be talking to you in the background, and we'll be sorting you out. We'll be seeing you on the Halloween show.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's that's a done deal. That's a done deal, mate. You know, tough shit.
Yeah. We'll get this all happening. The night old PJ came to the show. The band, the night they tore old Dixie down.
You get a call, PJ.
They got sued out of their ass for that song, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's a funny story. Especially when you listen to the songs. If you don't listen to the bass guitar, you can't hear the similarity in the song. It's very difficult. I'm surprised that Huey Lewis won that fucking lawsuit. But, so it's 3:22.
Yes, it is.
We've been live for 3 hours, 22 minutes. Sorry, it's not 3:22 anywhere in the world. It's
no, it is.
No, it's not. There's no time zone in the world that could convert what it is right now to 3:22. It's not possible.
Okay. So it's like 2:30. Okay, today it's 2:32 here. Well, is there like a part of the Atlantic Ocean which is like it's got a time zone? There's no fucking people living in there, but they got their own extra hour.
There's a patch of the garbage patch that is 17 minutes past the hour, right? Well,
how far do we have to go across the Atlantic Ocean before we actually hit someone with a time zone?
We created a time zone in the middle of the Pacific because there's one squirrel hanging onto a plastic bottle floating around out there.
Oh no, we're not interested about the Pacific. That's the wrong side. That's the other side.
Oh, okay. On the Atlantic, it's a beaver. He got washed out to sea. He got really stoned. I mean, it's legal in Canada, right? And the beaver got washed out to sea, and he's hanging on to like a empty 6-pack of cans, and so we gave him a time zone, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
And he's going to be on the show tomorrow night. He's gonna be our star guest.
Yeah, we call him Not So Brainy.
Well, that's going to be lost on so many people.
Not PJ. So obviously,
so Dick is doing this show to an audience of one.
Yeah. Right now we're doing this is Top Gun now. We're flying into the danger zone. So I'm gonna hit the button really soon.
The danger zone.
We should shout out the team here. We got Shayna running the Shills account, so big hearts for Shayna. And we got PJ CNET being a little bit of a cuddly teddy bear at this point, So yeah, everybody give PJ a little love rub.
PJ tug.
And we got super chat Matt wishing that we were actually the adults that we should be. So there we go. We're around the horn. Let's see. Good consumer advice.
Oh my God.
It's a tradition at this point. It has to happen. But I've got some.
Okay.
If you're looking for a good Mexican meal and you happen to be driving by a place that says Taco Bell or Taco Time, that is not what you're looking for. That's not a good Mexican meal. That is the outflow of the McDonald's toilets being pumped into somebody else's kitchen. Stay away from that stuff. It's nasty.
Yeah. Just go to your Mexican prostitutes. They've got clunge time.
Yeah.
50% off.
Yeah.
On a Thursday.
Yeah. And Heather,
all you can eat.
All you can flush, whatever.
Like a buffet of prostitutes. All you can eat.
Oh God. Yeah. It even comes with toothpicks to make sure you can get the hair out, right? Heather in the chat, get a hold of me and I'll hook you up on our private server for that movie there and whatnot. If you live in a time zone that isn't mine, it's probably a different time of night than it is to me, probably later. So why the fuck aren't you in bed already?
No, I'm not working tonight.
Yeah, that's because your wife went to bed early.
She only does that to avoid me.
Yeah. Are you staying up, buddy? Good, I'm going to bed now.
Yeah. I wish I could do the same to avoid me.
Yeah. She's a hill.
I only watch these streams back so I can listen to you, so I can pretend I'm not there.
Yeah, she's like a Hillman imp and you're a pothole, man. So remember, there's an old rule in life. If your significant other, your partner, doesn't find you handsome or beautiful, then fix something. Get off your ass. Screw something together or fix a squeak. You might get laid. Right?
Yeah, no, probably not. Yeah.
Or have a bath.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it reminds me. Tomorrow. Okay.
What?
Bath time.
It's that time of month, is it? Yeah. It's the whole thing with living in Dagobah. When you have to have a bath and it's in those foggy swamp pits and stuff, you don't really look forward to it.
There's only so many times you can turn your underwear inside out.
Yeah. You gotta wash your balls and you find R2-D2 swimming around in the pond. It's not.
Oh, I found my balls.
So if you spent your night with us, I'm sorry you didn't have something better to do, but at least we did it together.
Yes. Oh, that's an amazing thing. Yeah, we did it together.
Yeah.
Whether you liked it or not.
Now,
we love you.
Yeah. Now, since we did it together, peel your underwear out of your balloon knot and go to bed. Good night.
Yeah, but at the same time, just you touched our hearts. You got to us. in ways that other people can't do.
Yeah,
Because
and
you actually were here with us.
but the next time
we love you.
the next time I agree to fisting, don't touch my heart. I don't want you going up that far.